Pre-game, all thanks to Baker Motors here on O&M Live, 1494-281. O&M Live action today brings us to the Norman's Oval in Wangaratta as the Wangaratta Magpies host the North Albury Hoppers. It's a massive game, both sides with top three aspirations. The Magpies, they win today, they're well and truly in the mix. The Hoppers win today, they almost lock in a top three spot. And to steal a line from Brian Taylor, it is absolutely pissing down here at the Norman's Oval.
And it's coming straight down, which means there's no breeze to speak of. So I think we're set for a day. So I'm just worried about that cricket wicket out there. Make sure they look after that for the cricketers coming.
I'll tell you what, the pundits on the far side of the ground here, pardon me, at the Norman's Oval, they are brave. There would be, what, would you say 20, maybe 15 people sitting out in the rain at the moment with umbrellas, and they deserve a medal, let's just say that.
They're very ambitious to think that they're going to watch the football there for the whole day.
Very, very wet. Good day for Grant Hackett, Bob.
I tell you, there's a little shelter there to the left that says bar that I'd be camping underneath there if I was them. I'd be going over there and say, right, let's head up there.
This grandstand will be absolutely packed next to us as well with, I reckon, all the spectators sitting up there. Alrighty, the teams are about to run out on the ground. Let's take a quick little look at this one, shall we, Bobby? Do you expect Jamie Anderson to get the match up on Josh Minogue today?
I think so. And with this weather, I think the jobs on the key forwards are just tempered a little bit because the overhead marking sort of comes out of the play a little bit, but he's going to have his hands full. Both bookends are going to be having their hands full with Harry Oiven, as we heard in the pre-match, is going to take the job on Big Cal Moore. So both set of defenders and defensive groups are going to be working well, particularly in this weather, to work it out, because this is their first real wet day. So it'll be interesting to see how their defensive mechanisms work in such a wet day. You know, sometimes you just go back to good old-fashioned Oz kick and get the ball moving forward and less fancy stuff, so it'll be interesting to see who adapts to that first. Yeah,
if you're North Albury, I mean, looking at Wangaratta's lineup, their midfield to me just looks like it doesn't have as much depth as usual, would it, Dan? So if you're North Albury and you're Timmy Broomhead, you go, okay, there's one player in here who can really hurt us if he gets off the chain, and that's Paddy Naish. Would you put someone to him?
It's probably a hard question to ask. I think Bob made a really good point in this sort of weather. Do you do those run-with roles and just back your midfield in? If I'm North Albury, I'm just backing my midfield in. If Pat Naish is their only man, they're missing the best clearance player in the competition this year. He's Alex Federico. So they're missing him today. They're missing Jackson Clark, Sharrick, Melville. They don't have a very strong midfield, and North Albury do. So just go head-to-head. If Pat Naish is their only one, they can nullify that with the talent they've got in there. You got Cater Winter, you got the Gardner boys, you got Broomhead. They'll back themselves 100%.
I think the only way, if you decide to tag someone on a day like today, is if they're just on the outer peripherals of the stoppages where they're having a real influence, one or two touches off a stoppage, off a clearance, which is going to be a lot of today.
Just being able to be clean in that wet condition.
So if Tim Broomhead seems to be getting a lot of touches, one or two possessions away from a stoppage, then you think about going to it. And same as Paddy Naish. If they're getting touches that are influential, 2 or 3 touches away from a stoppage, then you think about it. Yeah.
Can you afford that in a low-scoring game, Bobby? Look, if all of a sudden the Hoppers get a couple quick on the board to start off with, and Broomhead's had a heavy influence, have you missed the boat?
Well, it depends if it's a one-kick game. Yeah, of course. Every
2 goals is 5 goals in this one. Really.
Every disposal in a close game is crucial, particularly on days like today. You pray for a jump start on days like today, then you can defend for your life. But
make of this what you will. The teams are out there warming up right now, and I assume that's the midfield group right in front of us, and I can see Matt Rossman right there warming up with that midfield group.
Yeah, it's a good pick-up.
So what message does that send you right now? I reckon he's tagging Tim Broomhead.
Yeah, I reckon he has to, because you don't fix things that aren't broken. Why wouldn't you? If it worked for you 6 days ago, why wouldn't you do it again? That's just my opinion.
To support my argument in the pre-match, I just think he's going to play in the midfield, Panda.
He might do. You're right, and he's a good enough player to do that.
I tend to agree with you. I tend to think he'll go to Tim at some stage, and the Magpies coaching staff is experienced and as good as any. They'll make moves on the run, but I'd like to think that he'll go first crack, Panda, to support your argument and make mine sound silly.
Alrighty, let's take a break, shall we? The umpires are out on the ground. Both teams are out on the ground. It's 9 minutes away from the bounce of the ball. It's the Wangaratta Magpies hosting the North Albury Hoppers. Pre-game done and dusted for Baker Motors, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
On 2AY.
Both teams, I should say, are out on the ground. So is Bobby Jackson as we build up to the Wangaratta Magpies take on the North Albury Hoppers here on 1494 2AY. O&M live action. Blake Pandaresca with you, Lukey Francis, Dan Vaccaro. And as I said, Bobby Jackson, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. It is absolutely pouring rain here, Bobby boy.
It is a little bit. It's I'm right out here in the middle of the boys. Dane Porter and Georgie Good are just about to toss the coin. The rain's pretty much come straight down. One thing I have noticed, boys, is it's very, very firm underfoot. So as the boys just toss the coin, and looks like Georgie's won it, and he's kicking to the Wangaratta Footy Club end. The ground is very, very hard underneath. So what that suggests to me is the ball's going to do a lot of skidding and sliding through. So I'm expecting some low, flat kicking to get some real distance and penetration out of the kicks that are coming in the respective directions of the club. So. It's very firm underfoot, to be honest.
It's a good old winter's day. It's absolutely pouring rain, and Interesting. George Goody, who always goes with the socks up look, he's got him down today as well, Bobby.
Yeah, well, your socks tend to get heavy on days like today. One thing I did mention to DVAC there in the break is back in my day, I'd actually thought about wearing a headband on rainy days just to keep the rain and the water from sliding down my head into my eyes. So I wonder
maybe you should have given that advice to George Goody.
If George, mind you, George moves at a lot quicker pace than I ever did. So the rain probably just skims off the back of his head.
He's also got no hair whatsoever as well. Dan Vaccaro, who are we taking a look at on our 40-wing stat sheet today?
Yeah, thanks, Panda. For Wangaratta Magpies, we're doing Pat Naish and Charlie Naish, the Naish brothers, who have been in really good form. Especially loved Charlie Naish's last month of footy. Cam Barrett as well, ever reliable of half-back. The spearhead up forward, Lukey, Callum Moore, and Harrison Hewitt, who has collected a few 30-plus games of late as well. And for North Albury, doing Timmy Broomhead, George Goody, who we just mentioned, Archie Gardner, Caden Winter, and Jack Penny. We're taking his numbers on the 40-wing stat sheet as well.
And no late changes for either side as well, Bobby. Also for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, both teams they selected. I ran into Benny Reid as he walked off the ground the day before and just asked me as selected, and he said, "Yep, as selected." And I think the debutant is starting on the bench, young Montgomery. Is that?
Yep, yes. Tommy Montgomery.
Beautiful.
He's come through the third, so congratulations to Tom and his family. A great day for him, making his senior debut in the SS&A Ovens and Murray. So we're about to get underway in this one for A-grade oils and batteries. The Wangaratta Magpies in 5th position, taking on the North Albury Hoppers in 3rd. Of course, it was a big upset when the Hoppers defeated Wangaratta earlier in round 2 this year. It sent a bit of a shockwave around the SS&A Ovens and Murray. Can they repeat the same today? Dan Vaccaro?
George Goody's socks are up, boys, as well.
I discredited the man too early. He proves me wrong. As the umpire holds the footy up, here's Lukey Francis for A-grade oils and batteries on O&M Live.
Saturday afternoon footy at Normans and Tweedale. Won it out of the ruck contest. In went Archie Gardner. Porter, good work to Grossman. Here's Paddy Naish. Then Caden Winner got it to Archie. And he swings it around inside 50 towards the club room's end. So they get an entry early here, the Hoppers. Minogue off his chest. Jamie Anderson ends up with it. And he's brought down about 25 out from goal here at the club room's end. And we'll have our first stoppage of the game, Panda.
We will indeed. So North Albury with the first inside 50. Territory will be everything today. Conditions are wet. We know it's rainy. I hope you're enjoying the action on 2AY and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV as Caden Winter has a flying shot on goal. It's a left foot snap. It's marked on the defensive point line there, on the last line for the Magpies. It's Jamie Anderson. A few long sleevers out there today, Lukey.
There is, Panda.
He goes short to Fraser Ellis off a 30 disposal game. He's in the left back pocket for Normans here at Wangaratta. It's the Ovens River side of the ground. He exits defence.
Yeah, he's a good player, Fraser. It ends up in Tim Broomhead's hands, goes to Penny, who's having a great season. And now Ramage, speaking of good seasons, out to Coe. And another entry here for the Hoppers early. In the first term, Minogue at the back. Well done, Jamie Anderson. Nathan Dennis, right foot snap. That's gone out of bounds on the full. And it will go to the Maggies in the back pocket here, Panda.
So no score. We've only played a minute and a half here in this first term. Of course, trying to spot Bobby Jackson. He's down there on the boundary somewhere for the Newmarket Hotel.
Sorry, boys. My glasses have just fogged up, so I'm in all sorts of strife. Yeah.
Oh,
we'll cross to you soon. And as you can see on the O&M Snap Print Solutions TV or hear us on 2AY, conditions very wet. It's our first wet day here in winter on a Saturday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying our action. Tweedale just tapped it on cleverly. Ball's at half forward here for North Albury. O'Keefe now had to get rid of it quick. Smith just kicks it on the boot. It's a high up and under, centre wing. Here's Fraser Hollandine and Archer Gardner. Gardner was really clean at ground level. Shovels it out here to Campbell, and he flicks it back to Cullen. Kicks it onto Ramage, and he kicks a high up and under. It's going to land on centre wing for the Hoppers.
It is Panda, and here's Penny. And he gets it up to Campbell. Rolling ball towards the flank here. On the far side of the ground, Goody. Well done. Got it up to Foster Gardner. They roll one inside 50. Well done to Gus Gardner, to Dennis, and they get it back out to Duncan. Archie Gardner over his head. And Paddy Naish has taken the mark in defence for the Maggies. He wants to move it quickly to a one-on-one. McVeigh, well done, reeled it in. True centre wing. Now he's got a man on. If he gets it to him, it looks to be O'Keefe. Yes, it is. He's running back with it. Here's Hewitt. Harry can line up, has a shot, and hits the post. So there's our first score of the game. The Maggies 1 lead North Albury 0 on the Steel Line scoreboard, and the NZ Albury time clock has gone 3 minutes, Dan.
Yeah, it would have been a deflating start for North Albury if Wangaratta did a finish there. 3 early inside entries for North Albury on the 40-wing stat sheet.
That transition seemed pretty easy then, Bobby, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, and Nash played an integral part of that. He just slotted himself into the space, and then he distributes the ball from centre half back there, and it was a beautiful pass to McVeigh on the wing.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that Paddy Nash is going to be one of those players today in the wet weather where his skills is going to rise to the top as well. He's had 3 early disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, so look out for him to find plenty of the footy today.
Looks like Jack Penny is manning him up at this stoppage. Ball on centre wing, far side of the ground. Coe and Tweedale in the ruck. Goody was clean. Flicks it up to Penny, who flicks it out of midair back to Goody. Campbell dances around a couple, sends a tumbler. Just forward to centre here for North Albury. Norton missed his boot. Was that a push in the back on Tilly? Umpire said play on. Lots of players around a scrappy football here. And it goes out of bounds and it'll get thrown back in on the far side of the ground. Bobby Jackson, Newmarket Hotel. It's just get it forward as long as you can.
How did I know you're going to pass to me then? Because I'm trying to get these glasses defogged and I can't see the other side of the ground, boys. So I'm just busy working on these glasses. But, yeah, it's going to be stoppage after stoppage today. And as you can see, the spread's going to be very, very important.
Yeah, sounds like it needs some windscreen wipers on those glasses down there, Bobby. As the Maggies go forward inside 50 here, Evans Street end. Here's Fraser Hothendine tried to get the hand pass to McVeigh, but it didn't work. Dan, what do you got for us on that 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, well, Pat Nation's the one that's been really good. 3 early disposals for him, but for North Albury, Tim Broomhead, Goody, and Jack Penny have all had the 3 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet. So hot starts for their midfield.
So in the pocket, Evans Street end, broadcast side, here it comes. Oh, ball hit the ground. Porter, McVeigh through his hands. King, Goody wants it short. Nice hands in the end,
Clean.
gets it out wide. And here's Reynolds. Tries to get the ball to true centre wing on the far side and does so, bouncing in front of Cody Gardner. White tie tour after him. Ball's gone out of bounds. Just left of centre wing on the far side. We'll go back down to you, Bobby. That rain is pretty steady.
It is steady. It's constantly hasn't changed much from the start of the game, so it's going to be here for most of the day. But what a great name that is, Waitai Tui.
Best name in the O&M.
Oh, without a doubt.
Waitai Tour. Fun fact, he works with Fletcher Ramage. They're good mates.
Okay.
At Joshy Trimble Plumbing. Shout out there to Joshy. And, of course, first quarter action brought to you by A-Grade Oils and Batteries as Campbell puts it on the boot, goes inside forward 50 for North Albury, and a good mark to Tyler Norton, who out-muscled Nathan Dennis in the forward 50 for North Albury. Charlie Nash has the footy. Put together a really good year, this guy. Footscray VFL. They probably didn't think they'd have him for as long as they have. He's played every game for the Maggies and super consistent. Here's his brother Pat. Out of defence, goes long towards Laverty. Cullen up against him. Laverty grab without the footy, wins the free kick on centre wing for the Pies. They lead by 1 point on the Steel Line first quarter scoreboard. We played 6 minutes.
Here goes Xavier Laverty. Long entry for the Maggies. More at the back. Oh, well done, Fletcher Ramage in front to create a contest. More goes again. This ball coming out the back. Reynolds picks it up. Short one to Broomhead. And then tried to get Duncan. Gets to Barrett, though, for the Maggies, to Harry Hewitt. Short ball, nice to McVeigh. Must have only gone
He's
the
played on.
I don't think he thought it went the distance. He's turned around, kicked it on his left, and it's gone through for 1 behind. So 2 plays nil now. The Maggies up on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 6.5. Let's go to you, Dan.
Yeah, well, Pat Nash, we were talking about him earlier. He's had a really hot start, but I'll tell you the one for North Albury who just seems a lot more cleaner in the contest is George Goody. His ball use around the stoppage work has been really pivotal in the opening 10 minutes. He's up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, but looks super clean.
I loves these conditions, does little George. Made for the wet. Tim Broomhead looks like he's playing more across half back today, Bobby. We'll get your thoughts soon. Beautiful kick down the middle of the ground. Winter juggled it. Wasn't able to reel it in. Here's Harry Hewitt. Forward hand pass to Charlie Nash, who dances around Liam Lischke. Runs to 45. Does Nash shot on goals a miss? That's through for a minus score. So they're peppering the goals here, the Maggies. 3 behinds to North Albury yet to score. We've played 7 minutes for NZ Albury. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard. And it looks like Timmy Broomhead is playing a little bit more in defence, Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, I think you've nailed it in the pre-match, Panda. I think Matt Grossman's gone to Timmy Broomhead, and his defensive mechanism, he's kicked in, he's gone in behind the football to see if he can shake that tag or be more destructive off half-back for the North Albury Hoppers.
I don't mind that move, actually. Just come and follow me across half-back and see if you can... Oh, dear, Lukey.
Yeah, just finds Penny. Does Tim Broomhead coming from the full-back position. And moments prior, Paddy Nash was absolutely fuming with his brother Charlie on why he didn't lay it off. He burned him completely. Close to goal. Here's Charlie now, and he's wrapped up. We're going to have a stoppage here on the flank. So Saturday afternoon at Norman's, Bobby Jackson, Dan Vaccaro, Blake Ascott and Luke Francis with you. Let's see how we go. Hanrahan came to Smith, off the ground. Paddy Nash, that one coming out on the full. That's probably somewhere near you, Bobby, down there.
Yeah, that was a low percentage play there. Safest option there was to take it over the boundary and get a stoppage again instead of turning the footy over. Free kicky for Jack Reynolds.
So Reynolds, who's had a really good couple of weeks off halfback, pumps it long into attack for the Hoppers. Out the back, Cody Gardner. He might run into an open goal and kick the first for the Hoppers. He does. Good football, right place, right time, and Gus Gardner gets the first steal line goal today for the North Albury Hoppers. They go to 1 straight 6. The Magpies 3 behinds. Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, fantastic off-hands goal there by young Gardner. He was read the ball beautifully, and a lot of the footy will travel over the back of the packs today because of the ball being a slippery cake of soap. So that was well read by him, and against the flow of play, yeah, possibly because the ball spent a bit of time in the Wang Magpies half of the last little patch. So yeah, great goal, opportunist.
Yeah, and Bobby nailed it before too. It's those low percentage plays that are going to be important today. Those little decisions that have just led to a North Albury goal. So 5 inside 50s for them on the 40-wing stat sheet. Yeah,
there's the first major of the game. The 8.5-minute mark to the green and gold. There goes Tweedale out of the middle. 4 for the Mags inside 50. And Mick Newton's going to receive the kick, Bobby.
Yeah, this might be a matchup that the Wang Magpies would like. Mick Newton, Juice, as he's more commonly known as, is back into the side, and they'd be like to get a little bit of footy into him to see to make sure he's peaking at the right time of the season. So this might be a matchup that he might like.
It's always daring as a commentator, Panda, to say he's such a beautiful kick of the footy, but on a day like this...
Don't do it, Lukey.
Yeah, this man, so good usually in front of his sticks. Look at that. He doesn't miss many, Mick Newton. So they hit back the Maggies. So 9 plays 6 here on the Steel Line scoreboard. We'll go to you, Dan.
Yeah, well, that was just amazing clearance work by Wangaratta there, straight out of the middle and straight down the throat of Juice Newton, who was able to work and win the free kick. But that's a really good response. 5 inside 50s for them. Pat Nash has been fantastic on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's up to 4 disposals. Brother Charlie's with the 2, and Harrison Hewitt's been busy with 4 disposals respectfully as well. Really even game. Territory battle sort of in the middle of the ground now. North Albury had it for the first 5 minutes. Wang had it for the next, and it's a really good arm wrestle.
So Fletcher Ramage with that matchup on Michael Newton. Back in the middle, McVeigh contested that ruck. Falls the way of Winter. Good hand pass to Gus Gardner. North Albury go forward again. It's a long one to the top of the goal square. Minogue, front position. Dennis had to be clean at ground level. Wasn't able to pick it up. Could have had a flying shot on goal for the Hoppers. He applies a tackle on Norton, whose kick lands just outside of D50 for the Magpies, and it's going to get thrown in 60 around from the Hoppers' goal.
Yeah, and we'll just go around the ground. So Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Corowa 0, Wangaratta Rovers 7 early days, and Murderford 1 goal 0-6 to Wodonga 1-1-7, and Yarrawonga 9 to Lavington 6.
Yeah, soggy day at Norman's. Contest inside 50, club room's end, just on the fringe of the arc. Porter takes it for the Maggies. What's he going to do here, Dane? Hand pass to Ellis and spots up Barrett. So here's Cam wide out on the half-back flank. 9 plays 6. Maggies up here. And we're still on scoreboard. Opening term. There goes Cam long down the wing. That's what you want. Grossman, Tim Broomhead with a nice defensive fist over the top. We'll go back down to you, Bobby.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit of that kicking down the line. You like to fan out from your deep 50 to get it out on a wider line and then go down the boundary side of a football ground. So that you'll see a lot of that today.
Shout out to those 5 individuals right there with the umbrellas over each one's head on the far side of the ground. It's a wet day today, and we have another boundary throw in as the ball is camped down on the Normans, Ovens River side of the ground. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, well, the usual suspects are getting amongst for North Albury. It's Tim Broomhead and George Goody have had 5 each, and Jack Penny continuing his good form with 4 disposals.
So a goal each here in the opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. The Wang Magpies lead 9-6. Here come the Hoppers through the middle of the ground. Goody just fumbled it at the last minute. Onto Polkinghorn, who also fumbled it. Onto Goody. His kick went about 15 metres. Gardner, Foster was clean. Hand pass it to his brother, who shanked it inside forward 50. Well done, Ellis. Was able to flick it out to Charlie Nash. He kicks the ball to the broadcast wing. Ramage is in front of Juice Newton here. Taps it to himself. Does really well, Fletcher. And hand pass it to Archer Gardner. He goes back to Goody, but they work it out on the wing.
Polkinghorn goes in. Caden Winner just off his chest. Jack Penny went through his hands. Well done, Charlie Nash, just to hack it off the ground. More coming at it with Broomhead. Callamore picks it up now, try to get it to Mick Newton, went beyond Mick, and that ball's gone out of bounds just adjacent to the grandstand. Dan, how are we looking inside 50s, mate, opening term thanks to 40?
It's a really even contest at the moment. 7 inside 50s for North Albury and 6 for Wangaratta Magpies. So just both teams going in really low and fast and a lot of grubber balls.
Here's a boundary throw in. Beautiful tap from Moore down to Smith. Just off Weaven's chest, and that ball going out of bounds in the pocket here. And we'll have another boundary throw in on a wet old day in Wang. Panda?
Yeah, we'll get some A-grade netball scores for Ray White Rural. So the Rovers are going to cause a major upset. They're up by 16 goals over Cora Rutherglen, and the Magpies lead North Albury in our broadcast game 44-37 for Ray White Rural.
Great work, Panda. Back into play. Here's Grossman on the boot quickly. Ball bouncing, and it's rolled through for one behind there. So 10 plays 6 now on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 14 minutes.
That was a great tackle then, Bobby Jackson, from Caden Winter, just at the right time, wasn't it?
It needed to be. And just a couple of matchups there we spoke about briefly. Fletcher Ramage and the Mick Newton matchup there. I feel as though for the exposure that the Magpies would want, they'd want Mick Newton a little bit deeper than up across half forward and across centre. I think Fletcher exposed him a little bit there when the ball was through the middle of the ground. And the other one, Tim Broomhead and Matt Grossman, I think Grossman needs to hurt them on the scoreboard for that matchup to be effective as well.
King just gets the ball as far as he can out to the broadcast position. Trickles along centre wing. Charlie Nash is first there for the Pies. Really good tackle there from Gus Gardner, who just held onto his jumper. Tilly grubbered it to half forward to Smith. Beautiful clean pickup. Kicks it to about 40 metres out from the goal. The Magpies inside attacking 50. Polkinghorn just fell over at the crucial stage. Porter's there for the Magpies as a soccer off the ground, and it just misses. The Euros are on at this stage. I think it was off the boot of Charlie Ross, channeling a little bit of Slovenia against Slovenia and England. They were through in their group stage,
Slovenia.
I think. Dan?
Slovenia.
So a minor score. The Magpies 1 goal 5-11. North Albury 1 straight 6. So a 5-point lead to the Pies. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard. We've played 15 minutes for NZ opening term. Lukey?
Yeah, the Wang Maggies 5-5 in season 2024. Peter sitting 5th on the table, and of course the Hoppers 7-3. 3rd on the ladder. Ball in the back pocket.
Oh, it's not the kick.
Polkinghorn to Archgarden now. He's under the pump. Here's O'Keefe. Oh, well done McIntosh to come in and help out to Archgarden. Try to get out the back. It's stolen though and pinched away and running into an open goal.
It's Tua.
It is. It's Whiteside. Tua's gone to ground. Now he's gone over. Ramage, did he stick his leg out or not? It was hard to tell.
Well, I think that was the reception Wangaratta gave and the assumption they concluded to.
So anyway, Whiteside Tua's kicked the goal.
The pressure in that forward 50 was enormous then, boys. Once the pass to young Gardner was short, they pounced on it like a seagull or a sick prawn, and they turned it over. And Tua was the recipient of a fantastic goal.
Yeah, the best name in the O&M kicks the goal there. But you're right, Bob. I think they've just come to the party a little bit more onto it in this wet weather. Wangaratta, their pressure's up and about, and North Albury just trying to work it out of their defence. I don't know if that's the best option in these conditions.
So they'll laugh about that after the game, those two, Ramage and Tua, because they do work together. Smith overran the football back in the middle of the ground. Coase dived on the football, and the umpire says in the back, free kick here to the Hoppers, who trail 17-6 on the Steel Line scoreboard. First term for A-grade oils and batteries. I feel like you just have to get it long in these conditions. No short kicks, and that's what Big Leighton Co does. Kicks it towards Talent. Reynolds first there for the Hoppers, trying to get around a tackle from Smith. In fact, it was Ross. Hand pass it back to Campbell, who jams it on the boot inside 50 for the Hoppers. There's a free kick and a hold, and it's going to go the way of Minogue, Bobby.
Yeah, I was just watching the Ruckman Tweedle work his way back, and in that, the Wangaratta defender got a little bit distracted by Minogue and grabbed a handful of jumper. So Josh is going to have a shot from 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle, but the North Albury got a free kick in the middle of the ground, and they've worked their ball beautifully down the ground.
Goals worth double. Set shot ones as well on a day like today. So Josh Minogue just kicked the 37 in 2024. He's second in the Doug String race. It's his 50th senior game after debuting 10 years ago as a 17-year-old kid. Kick on the way, hits the stick, and it's through for a minor score. So the Hoppers 1-1-7, their first blemish. The Magpies 2-5-17. It's a 10-point lead to the Maggies on the Steel Line scoreboard as we tick up towards the 18th minute mark on the NZ Albury time clock.
Yeah, second poster of the game. So Harry Hewitt Also hit the post down at the Evans Street end. This time Josh Minogue at the club room's end. Cam Barrett with the ball here. Sharon in hand. 17 plays 7. Maggie's up, opening term. Thanks to Steel Line. Now Cam, here he goes. He's going to come out broadcast side, and he goes with the long one. Look at that. That's a beauty on a wet day. Minogue tried to go over the top. Cullen tried to get it to Goody. Taps it back. Polkinghorn in there. Hewitt goes in. This ball's going to be tied up with Goody on the bottom.
Yeah, George
and
Goody,
the umpire's going to have it.
He's up to 8 disposals now on the 40-wing stat sheet, so he's putting together a really good game.
So 17 plays 7, opening term. We'll go around the ground soon for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Hewitt over around the footy. Winter got in there for the Hoppers. So did Foster Gardner, who loves a scrap, as we heard in pre-game from Julian Hayes, and another stoppage just forward to centre here for North Albury. About 65 around from their goal. Here's Lukey Francis for Macrae Motors.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day, isn't it, Panda, in there at the coalface?
Glad you said it, Lukey.
Yeah. Winter to Goody to Polkinghorn. Nicely worked. They go in forward. Good contest down there. Second bite, third bite it is. That's Keith Talent.
It's an elite body and player, I reckon, Lukey.
I reckon you're right, Panda. Keithy Talent.
Waiting for that pun, Lukey.
2 or 3. Goes at it. And that was a ripper there, Bobby.
Yeah, we spoke about the clean touches, 2 or 3 possessions away from a stoppage, and here we go.
Keith Talent. Oh, it's ended up in the hands of Caden Winner. So it's gone over about 4 sets of hands, and somehow, some way, Caden has taken the mark, Bobby.
Yeah, he's a very good player, this guy. He tends to be in the right spot at the right time, majority of the time. So he's a quality player, and he's brought a lot to the North Albury Footy Club since coming across from North Wagga.
Correct. That's it.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
he's a Wagga boy. Luke, you'd be very common with this guy's football.
Yeah, former captain coach of the Tricolours, the North Wagga Saints, Bobby, and Caden Winner puts it through. He puts it through. So 17 plays 13 now on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has just disappeared off the big screen, Dan.
Yeah, it has, but it is a really even contest, I can tell you that without looking at the scoreboard. Lukey on the 40-wing stat sheet, it's 9 inside 50s apiece, and George Goody's been fantastic, 9 disposals, but that man there, Caden Winter, who just kicked the goal there, he's had 6 disposals and a goal, so he's really lighting up the stat sheets. And we'll quickly go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Wangaratta's 3 to Albury 14. Cora Rutherglen no score to Wangaratta Rovers 8. Murderford 8 to Wodonga 9. And Yarrawonga 15 to Lavington 7.
And here at the Normins for Steel Line, it's the Magpies 17 in front of the Hoppers 13. And Cal Moore's been thrown into the ruck. Get him up around the ball. Tim Broomhead, nice little kick out wide. Went all of about 7 metres to Reynolds. Edge of the square, half back, goes long, looking for Hanrahan. In fact, it's McIntosh. Good hand pass to Duncan, the late inclusion for the Hoppers. He jams it on the boot, kicks it inside forward 50. Minogue, the meat and the sandwich. Anderson's there. Minogue at ground level, has to be clean, not able to. Jamie Anderson under the pump. Good pressure from both sides. And the umpire's circling. We're going to have a stoppage inside attacking 50 for North Albury. Those inside 50 numbers, Dan, I feel like it's favouring a little bit towards North Albury now.
Yeah, by 1. So 10 inside 50s for North and 9 for Wangaratta Magpies.
Plenty of Hoppers and Maggies around this pill. Stoppage inside 50, club room's end. Cody Gardner across the face, and that has hit the stick, so it's out of bounds on the full. The behind post on the broadcast side here, club room's end, and Fraser Ellis will bring it in. So he's a good type of player, this guy, real speedy. Probably won't get a chance to see much of it today, to be honest.
If he wasn't injured, Luke, he was a shoo-in for Interleague, I reckon.
Absolutely agree, Panda. Here we go. Weaving, try to come over the top. Broomhead on the boot. That one's come out of bounds on the full, and the Maggies will get it.
They certainly will. Pretty even contest, you have to say, here on O&M Live. Grossman streaks away as he has done for 10 years in the Ovens of Murray. Kicks it to half forward. There's a hold. I reckon it's going to be a free kick to Laverty.
Yep.
It's against King. Kicks it on the boot straight away because numbers are going inside forward 50. Ramage came across with a fist. It's out the back, and Waitai Tua, Johnny on the spot again, has kicked a Sunjan goal today. That's his second. Once again, out the back goal, and the Magpies extend their lead to 10, Bobby.
Fantastic, quick movement of the footy. Matt Grossman played on from a kick out of bounds on the full where there was no one on the mark, and he took advantage of the space that was given to him, and quick entry into inside. It doesn't matter what type of weather it is. If it's quick inside 50s, it gives your forwards every opportunity to kick a goal, and that ball spilled over the back, and I'm not sure I'm going to get this name right today, boys. Waitai Tua. He was
Waitai Tua.
Waitai Tua was Johnny on the spot and kicked a magnificent goal, and he's up and about. It could be his day today.
Yeah, it's a really even contest. I think both teams are playing differently. I think North are sort of backing their talent in to work it out a little bit more methodically, and I think Wangaratta are trying to adjust to the conditions and going forward, but it is an even contest. 10 inside 50s for Wangaratta Magpies on the 40-wing stat sheet, and 10 inside 50s for North Albury.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I thought this was supposed to be a low-scoring game.
5 goals in the opening term, Lukey, not bad.
It's great, Panda. They're putting on a show here, the Hoppers and the Maggies. Hopefully we see more of it. Here goes Charlie Nash off the ground. There's Jamie Anderson. Oh, King came flying through. There's Cole at the bottom. He might be in trouble here. What's the umpire going to say? Gone. So the Maggies will get it. Right as centre wing here.
Now it'll be a free kick to North.
Oh, in the back.
So I think the North Albury boys were up in arms because it was actually under the Magpies player.
Okay, there you go. So Big Coey's got it.
No, they got no idea what's going on here.
No, I thought it was holding the ball initially.
And of all people, Ruckman's taking the free kick.
Oh,
my
free kick
Lord.
To Camp.
Yeah, well, confusion all around here.
Poor old Ruckman.
Here's Isaac Campbell. And down the line they go, the green and gold to the half-forward flank. Norton come over the top with a fist for the Maggies. Ball heading towards the chalk. And that one has gone out, Bo Jackson.
It has indeed. What are you laughing at, Bobby?
Luke just brings some special stuff every week.
One of the great sporting stars of America, Bo Jackson, Bobby, wasn't he?
I thought you just got his name wrong.
I thought you did too, Lukey, but there was a joke in there which I like. Here come the Hoppers. Goody. Hand passes it back. Opens up the play a little bit. Archer Gardner's kick was smothered beautifully by Lee McVeigh, who was careful not to give away a downfield free kick. He's caught Cullen there, who looks to be in a little bit of pain.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a swinging arm there from McVeigh is Goody. Beautiful kick into the channel.
Beautiful.
And it lands in the arms of Josh Minogue. Tell you what, George Goody's putting on a bit of a clinic, Bobby.
That was a really important kick there. He didn't drill. He was just beautifully weighted and allowed Josh Minogue to get into his leading lane and just perfectly weighted for him to run onto the footy and take a nice uncontested chest mark. That was some really smart footy by George today. He's actually pushed the socks down, boys, so I'm not sure whether that means he goes up a couple of gears or not. So George is in for it.
So Josh Minogue's already had one shot on goal this term. It hit the post. He's in a better position. Say 42, 43 metres out, almost directly in front. Kick on goal is a good one. Minogue's got his first. They get to him in game number 50. And the margin's back to 4 points. The Maggies 23, the Hoppers 19 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, great bit of redemption there for Josh Minogue after his blemish earlier. But that man, George Goody, is absolutely lighting up the 40-wing stat sheet. We mentioned him earlier, 11 disposals for him, but he's just been so pivotal in this wet weather. He's just been clean in the contest, and he's really driving North Albury as well. So 11 inside 50s to 10, so still a very even contest, but putting together a great game. Tim Broomhead as well, 8 disposals for him, 6 for Caden Winter, Archie Gardner and Jack Penny with their hands on the footy as well.
Yeah, very happy with this, very impressed. Amazing what 2 quality football teams can do. So we've got 6 goals on the board here, 3 to either team. And the rain's still teeming down at Norm Mints. So back in the centre, Cohen Tweedale. Here's Caden Winter, just lost the handle on the ball, goes again, gets it out, Smith's in there. Now he is wrapped up in the umpire. He's going to take it here, so right of the centre, and 23 plays 19. We've got the Maggies up on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 26, close to the break.
Luke Francis and Blake Panda Escott with you for McRae Motors. Gardner tracking this one back. Taps it back to Polkinghorn, who's under pressure in his own defensive 50. Spills out here to McVeigh. Hand passes it to Hewitt, off a step from 50, kicks long to the top of the goal square. Moore not able to get hands to it. And it comes off hands, and it's a boundary throw in 5 metres around from the Wang Magpies goal. 26 minutes played for NZ as we tick up towards the first change here on 1494 O&M Live and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. We've got Doug on the camera in the box with us today. And we have Lukey Francis with you as well from McRae Motors.
There we do, Panda. Dougie alongside of us. Here's Cal Moore, tried to hack it off the ground, just missed it. Penny's at the bottom. Fraser Hollandine, Caden Winter's over him. He's been busy. Umpire again to take it. So we've got a stoppage.
He's going to go around the ground for Mr. Stoves. It's Sydney Swans 19 to Freo 44 at the moment.
Okay, Penny again. Winter, great work to Broomhead. Or didn't come off the boot all that well. Tilly. And then joining him is Talent. And we've got another stoppage, Peter, just outside 50 on the broadcast side, Evans Street end.
Dean Stone, the assistant coach of the Maggies, coming down the box a little bit early. going to send a message to the bench. So ball at half forward here for the Wang Magpies as Coe picks it up and actually hand pass it to the wrong player and then applies a tackle. And it's scrappy, Lukey, but at least it's close, and at least we've had 6 goals in the opening term for Sunjan. 23 plays in 19.
Yeah, very close to siren time here. Opening term at Normans. Moore trying to go off the ground. Caden Winner, he's had a stack of it. Dan?
Yeah, Caden Winner's had 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet and a goal.
Yeah, he is the man built for these conditions. Moore just hacked it off the boot out of the ruck contest. And then Foster Gardner tried to go off the ground. Here's Nathan Dennis. He's a long way from home at present. This might be another stoppage. McVeigh at the bottom in the long sleeves today. And yep, we're going to have another ball up, Panda.
We are. Geez, I was a little bit worried for Dan Sharrock there on the crutches.
I saw that.
Who was entering the field of play on the velodrome. I'd hate for him to slip over, Dulls. He's a good man. Here's Charlie Ross for the Magpies. Forward hand pass was to no one in particular. It's picked up by O'Keefe, who's crafty. He puts it into the pocket beautifully into the space in the arms of Xavier Laverty in the wet. What a kick from Will O'Keefe.
Beautiful kick. Boys, I just watched Dean Stone walk down from the coach's box. He had his normal strut going. He went straight to young Montgomery, gave him a pat on the back and a little bit of a direction, a bit of a pep up to the young fella on debut. So that's the leadership of Stinger Stone there, right there and there. He's forever making sure that his young players are comfortable and playing some really good footy.
So Xavier Laverty, fresh off 3 goals against the Rovers in the derby last week, will kick from tight in the pocket. Never gave it a chance. That one is out of bounds on the full from Xavier. It was a hard kick in these conditions. Hard kick even in the dry, Lukey. 29 minutes played. The Magpies 23, the North Albury Hoppers 19. Dan Vaccaro, what have you got for us for 40 wings?
Well, how's this for a stat, guys? All of Callum Moore's 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet has been kicks off the ground. So for those people listening at home, that's what the weather's like.
Yeah, that's it. Bit of soccer at Normans. There's Hewitt. Try to get a fist to it. He goes Laverty again, left foot. Gee, that siren must be close. He's weaving to Broomhead. Grossman put him under pressure. Or Campbell straight through his hands. Can be forgiven on a day like this. Here goes Charlie Nashaw. Got a bounce and retrieved it straight back. How impressive was that? Has he got it? No, he's just missed it. And guess what? Was that Jesse Smith that had his hands up? It was. He's saying you burnt me. You burnt me. So Paddy and Jesse not happy with Charlie not centering the ball here, Peter.
24 plays 19, so behind for the Maggies. 5-point lead as we tick up towards the first change. We've gone 30 minutes in the opening term. On the Steel Line scoreboard, Archer Gardner with the kick-in duties here for the Hoppers. Just goes long, as much territory as he can. Dane Porter took the mark, called to play on. Goes back into attack for the Magpies. Out the back over a pack of players. Jesse Smith has marked on his chest 40 metres out unattended directly in front.
Just snuck down the back side of the play there on the fat side of the ground, I suppose you could say. And Jesse Smith wearing Judd Porter's old number 41. He's lining up after the siren.
So as you've just heard in our effects mic, the siren has sounded. And Jesse Smith to put the margin to 11 points and a nice little mini break for the Magpies. It's off the side of the boot. It's through for a minor score, and the Magpies are now 3 goals, 7-25 to the Hoppers 3-1-19. First quarter done and dusted in an interesting way. It's a bit of a high-scoring one. Stay with us here on 1494 2AY and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV, because after the break we'll dissect the opening term. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
AG Jones,
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services. Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science. With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Live on 2AY.
Certainly is. Hope you're enjoying Saturday afternoon footy live from the Normans Oval. Our 2AY O&M Live broadcast game is the Magpies in 5th up against the North Albury Hoppers in 3rd. The Magpies lead the Hoppers 3-7-25 to North Albury 3-1-19. Blake Panda Escott with you. Also Lukey Francis. Bobby Jackson's wet down on the boundary. And Dan Vaccaro has our quarters best for you here on O&M Live for Macrae Motors.
Yeah, thanks, Panda. For Wangaratta Magpies, I think it's got to be Charlie Nation. I thought he was really clean with the football. He was managing to find space and have a lot of time on the outside of the contest. He had 7 disposals that quarter. I thought he was probably Wang's standout. They didn't have a lot of standouts. They're playing a very system, sort of wet weather brand of footy where I think North are playing a little bit more methodical and trying to play their natural game. I thought they were also really good that quarter, but George Goody for me is North Albury's best by a mile. 11 disposals for him, and Caden Winter, special mention as well, 8 disposals and a goal. So those two guys really running the race for North Albury.
I thought Whiteside 2 was pretty stiff. 2 goals in the opening term. Not a Macrae Motors quarters best.
Not getting him. I tell you what.
Got to do more.
Is this man Dan Sharrock a team man? Look at that. He's gone out to that quarter time break.
He's one of the best men too.
He's saturated. Is Dan Sharrock?
Yeah. We rock the same runners, me and Dan Sharrock. Just a little fun fact there.
Crutches.
Give it a spell.
Very likely, lads.
All right, Bobby. Which huddle were you at?
I was just floated between both North Albury and both the Magpies. I had a good chat with Dean Stone, and he very much said that the basic style of football today is going to be very much, and that's a message for both clubs, mind you. Just get the ball forward and keep it in front as best you possibly can, but predictable to your teammates. So, that's the messaging from both the clubs. George Goody, socks down. Now they're back up. Oh my God, I can't keep up with him, man.
Dan? We'll quickly just go around the ground for Mr. Stowe's Pool World at the quarter-time break. It's Albury 21 to Raiders 3, Wangaratta Rovers 14 to Cora Rutherglen 0, Murderford 8 to Wodonga 9, and Yarrawonga 25 to 11 and 13.
There we go for Mrs. Stowe's Pool World around the grounds, and we'll get some Ray White Rural Netball updates for you as well here on O&M Live. 3-7-25 the Maggies. North Albury 3-1-19. So the margin an even goal. The Magpies with 10 scoring shots in that opening term to the Hoppers just 4. Feel like it's a more even game than that though. Here's Lukey Francis, second term underway for Jaco Albury-Wodonga.
Yeah, second chapter. Norm Mintz, Tweedale and Hanrahan. Here's Porter. High ball heading up towards the flank for the Maggies. And well done, Grossman was able to get there. Now, what's he got on down there? Where's Calmore? In goes Grossman. Calmore winding up at the back. On Mick Newton at the front. Got hands to it. And now this ball's going to be wrapped up. McVeigh's got a Broomhead's got him. And McVeigh comes to the deck. And the umpire's going to have it inside 50 on the broadcast side. Club room's end, Panda.
Toss back up. Hanrahan was the only real ruckman that went for it. Goody sliding in. Penny likewise. Hewitt there just tapping it to space. McVeigh first there for the Magpies. Little grubber kick finds its way to Cal Moore. His kick actually went backwards. Wide-tide Tua off the chest of him. He's dived on the footy. He's wrapped up and we have a ball up.
Been good wide-tide Tua.
He has. The epitome of wet weather there. That was all shocking play. And that's what we love here on O&M Live. George Goody once again finds a teammate with a hand to Gardner. Archer on the boot. Minot, you can hear it on his chest, Luke. He marks it on centre wing for the Hoppers. It's an open 50.
It is, Panda. He didn't have much forward of the ball initially. Cody Gardner had to get back there. Here he is again. Norton on him, so to Fraser Ellis. Umpire takes it there, so that ball...
Such an important stop there with a quick entry inside 50. The North Albury Footy Club wanted the ball over the back, and they just couldn't quite get it over the back.
Arc of the 50, Evans Street end. Foster tried to spit it out to Caden. Oh, nice work just to get it out into open space. Let's have a look down there. Foster Gardner over the top of a Maggie. Who's at the bottom of that? Let's see. Tilly, yeah, gets up and gives it to the umpire.
Binoculars on a day like today, Lukey.
Yeah, they can fog up too, can't they?
They can indeed, and glasses. Just ask Bobby. So Winter's been wrapped up by Paddy Naish, able to get a hand kick away. It bounced off the chest of Talent. So the ball's camped inside the forward 50 here for the North Albury Hoppers. 3-1-19, they trail the Magpies 3-7-25. We've played just over 2 minutes for NZ in the opening term, and here's Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Boundary throwing in the pocket. Opposite side, Evans Street end. Here's McVeigh. King got a fist to it. Gardner, that was Cody, to Reynolds. Campbell coming at it, so to Grossman. Porter, he's over there. Up to Paddy Naish. That looked like a throw. Umpire let it go to Hewitt. Paddy Naish goes again. Hewitt, Porter. Gee, they're working in tight over there. And now the umpire is going to take control. We're going to have a ball up. So 25 plays 19. We've got a 6-point lead to the Maggies on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard second term.
Tweedale tapped it straight to Winter. His kick was smothered. Winter, look at him dive on the footy. Hand pass has been cut off here by Charlie Naish, who breaks away with a little bit of pace, and he's taken his second bounce of the day extraordinarily. Kicks it on the boot. It's an open 50. Moore and Weaven, the only two inside attacking 50. Moore tapped it back cleverly, looking for wide-tide Tua. Tim Broomhead puts some pressure on him. Tua shovels it back to Aidan Tilley. Kick in towards Moore over the back of him. And we have a boundary throw and inside attacking 50 for the Wang Magpies. A lead by 6 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, it's been a really even contest the opening couple of minutes. 3 inside 50s for Wangaratta and 2 for North Albury. And George Goody continuing his good work. He's had the 2 disposals this quarter, which takes his total to 13 for the game on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Oh, Whistle, what's happened here? Oh, okay. Bobby, did you catch that?
There's been a bit going on between these two. And Fletcher Ramage is giving away a little bit of height to Juice Newton, and so he's got to find a way to win this battle. And getting under the skin of Juice is one tactic that he's been trying to use, and I think it just backfired him a little bit. There's been a bit of push and shove, a bit of niggle for the last 3 or 4 minutes, and the umpire's only got to catch one of them doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, and it's a free kick to the other, and that's what's happened to Fletcher.
Okay, so Mick Newton with the Sharon. He'll make contact from 20 out directly in front, club room's end. This will give them a 2-goal lead. 2 straight kicks, and Mick misses. So that can happen with a wet Sharon on one of these days, Panda. So it is 1 behind. It is one behind, so a 7-point lead here to the Maggies. 26 plays 19 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 4 minutes 30. I don't know who you threw those keys to out the window, Panda, but I'm impressed.
It was Michael Buckets Bouquet,
Okay.
the operations manager at the Ovens and Murray. So Juice Newton with a horrible miss there. Tim Broomhead goes straight down the high, did a little, and it's bounced off the chest once again and marked beautifully by Minogue. Here come the Hoppers. They want the overlap. It's an open 50. Reynolds on centre wing, pumps it in there, one-on-one. Talent up against Tilly. Out the back, Dennis has picked it up and has goaled it.
Wow.
Sensational end-to-end stuff from North Albury in the wet. Dennis with a Sunjan goal today. That was as quick as movement as you'll see in the Ovens and Murray, Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, exactly right. The ball came out of the D50 nice and quick. Beautiful pass inside the centre corridor, which was a risky proposition on a good day, let alone a wet day like today. But Josh Minogue, he's taking 2 really good chest marks, and that's the key today. As a forward, you make your chest bigger and take the marks on your chest, and he's rolled out to young Reynolds, and he just rolled out straight away. And the difference between the last entry and the entry they just had just there was the ball got over the back end. There was a running race towards a goal.
Yeah, definitely a premeditated play there by North Albury. That was fantastic. 3 inside 50s for them. Goody, Winter and Broomhead involved early.
That miss from Juice really hurts now with that Dennis goal up the other end, Lukey.
Yeah, it does. And how often do we see it, Panda, when it just heads straight back up the other end and we see a major? There's King, McVeigh, Polkinghorn there too also. Just trying to get it out the side to Campbell. There's King again. Ball rolling towards a chalk here on the outer side, left of centre wing, and it has gone out of bounds. Yeah, Bobby, how's our snowman going down there for the Newmarket?
Yeah, not too bad. I've just got a cup of hot chocolate on its way from the canteen, so I've just got I've got a little runner.
How good's that?
Yeah, not bad.
Hey, Bobby, we'll get your thoughts on Tim Broomhead's kick-ins. He's gone straight down the middle a few times, and it's paid off a couple of times to North Albury as the Magpies go into attack. Newton in front of Ramage, not able to mark. King went to ground. O'Keefe flicked it up. It's out the back here to Grossman, whose kick was smothered. McVeigh picked it up, hacked it towards goal. It's bouncing, it's through for a minor score.
Without sounding like a smarty pants, Panda, shortest way home.
So 27-25, the Magpies lead by 2 points, 3-9 to 4-1. Here's Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Yeah, we're up in the bird box, aren't we, Dan?
We are. It's very nice up here, Lukey. You're a bit cold though. You got the guns out though.
He doesn't even have a jumper on.
He wants to show off the muscles.
I just find it's very hard with binoculars and turning around in one of those jackets. Anyway, Broomhead's come out to the back flank. Here's Foster trying to get to it, and the ball's gone across the chalk. So we're going to get a boundary throw in. Just left his centre wing, right in front of our broadcast spot. Great view here. You got Blake Escott on the right of me, Dan Vicar on the left, Dougie's on the camera.
And Bobby, well, we don't know where he is.
That's it. I think he's. How's that hot chocolate going down there,
yeah,
Bobby?
Beautiful, mate. A little bit of marshmallow on top. It's beautiful.
Going to say a bit of mushroom.
No, that's from Wagga on the way down.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, magic mushroom.
Questionable there by Bobby Jackson.
Yeah,
What's this?
wow.
That's his secret to doing his best work, I think, on the boundary.
Oh, yeah. There's some smoke coming out of that hot chocolate down there.
Never pick the purple ones, Bob.
Dearie me.
Ball on centre wing. Well, wet weather does strange things to people.
So do mushrooms.
And there's a free kick here. It's going to go the way of the hard-working Zach Hanrahan. He's going to pump North Albury into attack. It's a bit of a sidewinder off the side of the boot. Big pack of plays. And it's a boundary throw in 50 around from North Albury's goal. 27-25. Only one goal in this second term, Lukey Francis. And that's to the way of Nathan Dennis at the 5th minute mark. We have played 8 minutes for NZ Albury. Second term for Jacob Albury-Wodonga.
Let's have a look, Panda. Here's the boundary throw in. And McVeigh just got a hand to it. Penny. Taken by White Tie Tour. Smith, left boot, bouncing ball into the hands of Laverty, just dropped it. Reynolds weaving through traffic, right foot. That's a nice kick. Hooks it back to the half-forward flank. Good, strong contest down there. Kicked away from McVeigh. Ellis got it off the boot. Here's White Tie Tour, gets it back out to Harry Hewitt. Left foot, bouncing over the head of Fraser Hollandine. Laverty sees it across the chalk. And we're going to have a boundary throw in just in front of the Maggies bench down there, Bobby.
I'm not sure how you guys are reading it, but it just feels as though the North Albury Hoppers' energy levels are a little bit higher than the Wang Magpies at the moment. Maybe a 6-day break might have a little bit of an effect on the Magpies later on in the game.
It's a good point, Bobby. 6-day break off the derby and the bye for North Albury. Here's Winter. They go into attack once again. Out the back, Minogue was caught out of the back of the contest. He forced it, though. It's been picked up by, I reckon, Who was that? It's dribbled through for a major. I reckon that's Keith Talent. It is. That's some finish at ground level from the Brockburn boy, Keith. Right place, right time. He just kicked it on the boot and it's dribbled through for a goal.
Yeah, well, Bob, you said it absolutely perfectly. You just feel like North Albury have a little bit more juice than Wangaratta, and that was put to show there. Their midfield is just getting to work, North Albury. Caden Winter's been unbelievable. He's at the 4 disposals this quarter, 12 for the game. George Goody as well. He's had the 3 this quarter, 14 for the game. They're just outworking Wangaratta at the moment, and hopefully not. Hopefully it's an arm wrestle for the whole game, but you just get the feeling that their legs may run out quicker than North's.
That's 3 on the trot for North Albury.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so they kicked the first 2 of this second term and the final goal of the first quarter. So 3 in succession for the green and gold. Here's Barrett, and he gets the ball over. Ross goes off the ground, inside 50, Laverty. Paddy Naish handles the ball, hooks it back. Grossman going back. Newton came over the top. Kane to ground heavily. Ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket. Now Tim Broomhead's appealing here at the umpire for something.
If he didn't get a hand on it, it's an unrealistic attempt, is it not?
Yeah.
It's probably what he's appealing for.
Everything's realistic for Juice.
So,
yeah, but I like that.
A boundary throw in. A lot of North Albury people in that pocket there. They're making a little bit of noise. 27 plays 31. Deep in attack here for the Magpies. Goody at ground level. So is Winter, who just tapped it forward about 5 metres. And here they go on the boot again. The ball lands on centre wing. Talent is up against 2 Magpies. One of those is Callum Moore, who looks like he's gone back into defence. Moore kicks it off the ground about 40 metres to the other side of the ground. He's up against Cody Gardner in a foot race. Charlie Naish socketed it to himself, picks it up, kicks it in the middle of the ground. It is an absolute beauty. It's been marked in the centre circle by Jesse Smith for the Pies. They trail by 4.
Blake Escott calling for McRae Motors. Big kick from Smith going in. Nice climb at the back. It was weaving. Polkinghorn.
How about the confidence on a day like today?
That's right. And here's McIntosh coming out for the Hoppers. I tell you what, the ball movement on a wet day has been pretty darn good, I reckon. Here's Cullen. Short to McIntosh. Hoppers with possession here, left of centre wing on the far side at Norm Minns. Saturday afternoon footy on O&M Live to the half-forward flank. Coe came to down. Here's Hewitt. Ellis on the boot. Smith grubbers it along the line here into the hands of Duncan. Calmore right on him. Ball's gone out of bounds. True centre wing. So 31 playing 27 here. The Hoppers up on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, and we've gone 12 for NZ second term.
I feel like that role of Callum Moore playing the ruck needs to stick for the 4 quarters because they've got a very big forward line with Laverty and Juice Newton as well. So especially in this weather, that's something you don't want to crowd too much.
He's like an extra on-baller, isn't he, up there, as it's socket off the ground into attack for the Wangaratta Magpies. Fletcher Ramage first there. Juice Newton right on his hammer. Here's Waitai to it, was beset upon straight away by Archer Gardner. Here's Fletch Ramage, shovels it back to Reynolds, who tries to get around a would-be tackler. Kicks it to centre wing, it's dribbling, it's off the... Is that off the noggin?
Yeah.
Of Kenny Barrett? I reckon he's falcon that over the boundary line, Bobby Jackson.
He certainly has. Nice little one in the corner. We're talking about the Euros. There's a lot of off-the-deck sort of stuff, but Lukey nailed it before with some of the exquisite, particularly the Naish boys. They're prepared to bite off that 45 kick, and that kick by, I think it might have been Charlie, was an absolutely ball biter.
Yeah, Cam using his head. Here's Smith. Reynolds, just bounced beyond him. Laverty off his chest. Penny has a chance. Ellis just goes off the ground. Now here's Archie Gardner after it. Picks it up. He's going to send it down the line for the Hoppers. Wobbly ball. Cal Moore tried to get rid of Coe. Cal goes again. Taps it down to Caden Winner, though. Nice throw to Goody.
Sling tackle.
Yeah, that's a good call, that.
Oh, that's good sport there from Cal Moore as well. Who just gave a little hand pass. Sorry, a high five to Caden Winter then, Lukey.
Yeah, good stuff. Here's Winner. And then Minogue through his hands. Now on the forward flank here. Whistle holding without it here. So man-held without it. And it's going to go the way of Fraser Ellis. Panda.
So there's a bit of heat in this one, Bobby. It's a massive 4 points, isn't it, for both sides?
Certainly is. And the attack on the ball, particularly, I think Wang's eventually woken up this quarter, and their effort and energy around the ball and with the ball has lifted a couple of cogs since the last goal that the North Albury boys have kicked.
So Ellis's kick was out of bounds on the full. North Albury have it at half forward. They've chipped their way there through Foster Gardner and Caden Winter. Here's Archer Gardner. Plays on. Runs to the arc of 50. Kicks it to the top of the goal square. Who's down there for the Hoppers? McIntosh was almost Johnny on the spot. And Pat Naish hand pass it through for a minor score. So the Hoppers go to 5-2-32. The Magpies 3-9-27. It's a 5-point lead to the green and gold. 14 minutes played for NZ Albury. Second term action for Jaco Albury-Wodonga.
Porter out wide to the half-back flank. McVeigh in front. Here's O'Keefe. Picks it up. And then Polkinghorn is about to escort that ball out of bounds. Here, the light's on at Normans.
Just D-Vag mentioned it before in regards to Cal Moore playing in the ruck. I think that energy from the last little 3 or 4 minutes for Wang has come from Cal being in the ruck, and he's done some 1%ers that provide a little bit of energy for your midfielders and your defenders and the players around you. So I think Cal's actually provided something in the ruck.
I didn't mind seeing Cam Barrett as well in the last centre bounce. They're shorter charges in the midfield today, and he's a ball magnet when he's up and firing. O'Keefe shoveled it back, and here come the Hoppers through sheer pressure. They kick it in the boot, inside forward 50. It's a long, high one. Tilly up against Minogue. Waitai too is first there for the Magpies. He dribbles it, wants the boundary line, gets the boundary line. And it's going to be thrown back in 65 metres around from North Albury's goal. Dan Vaccaro inside 50 numbers at the 15th minute mark of the second term for 40 winks.
Yeah, 7 apiece, Panda for both teams. So still a very, very even arm wrestle on the 40 wink stat sheet.
Yeah, so the North Albury Hoppers finished 6th in season 2023. Last year was 7 wins, and they already have 7 wins at round 11 in 2024. Bobby? Now Duncan.
No, it's a free kick in the ruck.
Going to Cal Moore.
Yep. Hanrahan tried to take a specky on him in the ruck.
Very good. Here's Cal calling for troops to push across. Is that ball going to stay in? No, it's not. So out in front of Laverty. The Hoppers will get possession here, out in the full from Calmore.
Just quickly around the ground to Mr. Stowe's pool world now. It's Murderford that has a jump on Wodonga. 3-5-23 to Wodonga's 1-4-10.
So a 13-point lead to the Saints in that one. As King sends the ball to half forward. Minogue competing all day. Broomhead was pushed off it. Minogue gets the ball and kicks a high up and under inside attack for North Albury. Dennis up against Tyler Norton. Dennis wanted a free kick for a hold. Norton did really well and takes the mark in the left back pocket broadcast side. He's called to play on as Tyler. Back into the team today. Kicks it long down the wing. Tweedale got 2 hands to it. He's been paid the mark. Held it long enough. He's got it at half back here for the Magpies.
Hoppers up by 5 here on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second term. McVeigh, heavily met from Caden Winner.
Both tough.
Oh, yeah. There's Archie Gardner going in. The umpire to take it again, Dan, on a real slog. A real slog here at North Mints.
Very much is. Charlie Naish, he's lighting up the stat sheet as well. He's at 11 disposals on the 40 wing stat sheet.
I reckon he's been Wang Magpie's best. I reckon Jesse Smith's been good as well. On cue, Jesse Smith just missed his boot. O'Keefe toe pokes it inside attacking 50. Porter tried to get around 2, wasn't able to. Dropped the footy. Broomhead picks it up. Tried to find a hand pass when there was no space. It comes off the boot of Laverty. Cullen's there and he just takes it over the boundary line, but it looks like Laverty's just a little bit slow to get up, Bobby Jackson, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, just copped a little bit of a kick in the shin as he kicked the footy, so he's all right now. He's back in and ready to go. And I just watch the Wang Ruckman here to take the ball out of the ruck here.
Okay, Newton went beyond him. Winter and got it up to McIntosh. Kick was smothered. There goes Duncan, and he gets brought to ground. Might be a bit of a... No, I thought he might have caught a dump tackle, although I think that's a good decision.
Just momentum there, I reckon.
Yeah, for the umpire to have it. Dan, I know it's not the greatest day for marking, but inside 50 marks for the game?
Yeah, well, there's been 5 for the game, 2 to Wangaratta Magpies and 3 to North Albury.
Big contest in the middle of the ground from Winters, high up and under kick. Magpies with the numbers through Anderson. Defensive square, goes out really wide. Looking for Grossman. Harry Smart's under a bit of pressure because he's outnumbered by 2 North Albury players. They converge on him. Minogue's hand pass was intercepted. Once again, Minogue brings down Ross without the football. Unlucky not to give away a free kick. It was actually Smart, in fact. He then overran the footy. Minogue goes in once again, and Caden Winter emerges with the ball. Kicks a low dribbler into attack. 2 players sliding down. One of them was Dennis. He streams away. He's brought down on a big tackle from Tyler Norton. An elite body and plate player today. Tyler Norton's kicks a shocker though. Puts Porter under pressure. Here come the pressure from the North Albury Hoppers. Campbell over the football. It was Lischke. Campbell hand passes out to Gardner, who goes into the pocket. It's a bit of an ordinary kick. Nathan Dennis is first there. He runs out of turf and it's a boundary throw in. It was a poor kick then, exiting defence, Bobby, for the Newmarket Hotel for the Pies.
Yeah, Tyler Norton just got a little bit cute there. I think you just need to exit 50 as quick as you possibly can. There's plenty of space on the centre wing where they could operate and got a quick ball down the other end.
That's the voice of Bob Jackson for the Newmarket. In front of the scoreboard. Guess who? Caden Winner trying to tear his way through. Cam Barrett goes off the ground. Tim Broomhead's taken a nice mark. He was just pedalling back and was able to haul it in, Tim. Now he winds up. Smothered by Mick Newton.
Good smother.
Ellis. Oh, gee, Paddy Nash nearly got it on the boot. There goes Grossman. He makes sweet contact. Oh, Mick's done it again. He's rolled over the top. Now that one will be an unrealistic attempt.
Was he pushed then, Bobby? Or
I thought it might have been a little bit of...
He looks a bit ginger juice.
I thought that was more realistic than anything else today. That was looked like a little bit of
Yeah.
tunnelling type sort of operation there. But anyway, that's footy.
Maybe it was an unrealistic call by myself there.
Mushrooms.
You've taken one of those down there from Bobby. As Isaac Campbell pokes it to half forward. Foster Gardner does well to keep the ball in. Spins around. Sends it into the pocket. Minogue on a searching lead. Wasn't able to mark. Anderson got a hand in at the last minute. The Magpies clear the defensive lines. Fraser Hollandine there. Darcy Cullen finds Campbell, who once again jams it on the boot. And it looks like it's going to be marked there by Winter, who juggles it. He's got the ball at half forward for the Hoppers.
He's just built for these conditions, Caden Winner. He's lapping it up. Short, inside 50. Look at that for delivery. And Keith Talent comes out and takes the mark, Bobby.
You've nailed it with young Winter, mate. He's really having a day out. He's in and under, nice and tough, and then he's finding some space, and he's really presenting his teammates with an option when there's not many about. Now, that was a perfect Johnny on the spot, 60 metres out, no one near him, and then he's turned around and laced out Keith Talent here. He's dead set in front.
Yeah, so we kicked the last one, Keith, for the Green and Gold Army. Let's see if he can nail this one. Oh no. That one's left, and that one's gone through for 1 point here. So 33 plays, 27. We've got a 6-point lead of the North Albury Hoppers on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone over 21 in the second term, Dan.
Yeah, it has, and Caden Winter's that man. He's best on ground at the moment. 15 disposals and a goal for him.
We'll get back to you, Dan, because Barrett's kick was a shocker out of the goal square. And we have a ball up. So sliding in and trying to take that mark was Grossman. It hit him and it hit the deck. And the Hoppers were there like literal grasshoppers very quickly to apply pressure. Pat Naish has it now out of the stoppage. A high up and under floats to half back. Newton was there. Ramage wearing him like a glove again, and a ball up 55 around from North Albury's goal, and the ball sort of lived in their half for the last 5 or so minutes. Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Yes, Panda. One straight kick in it. Hoppers up here. Penny got brought to ground, and the umpire said, "You go on, Jack."
Just get it on the boot in those occasions, I reckon.
Here's Liam McVeigh. True half-back flank for the Maggies, Evans Street end, far side. He sends it to centre wing. Mick at the back. That's Newton. Paddy Nash gets it up to Newton, to Ellis. Inside ball. Try to get it back to Paddy Nash. Good pressure from the Hoppers. Ramage goes off the ground. This is McVeigh into Barrett. And then Campbell went over the top. Here's Coe, Porter, Winter again. Gee, he's been fantastic. And there goes Archie Gardner on the boot. It's going to be turned over, though. And Grossman takes the mark across half back for the black and white.
Yeah, he goes inboard. It's been marked on the chest of Barrett. They got numbers out here on this broadcast wing. Hand pass put Grossman under pressure, but the ball floats to Waitai Tua, who was all on his own for a long time. Waitai Tua kicks to half forward. Charlie Nash is unopposed. He runs to 50, kicks it in the direction of Cal Moore over his head. It's a poor kick. Sliding in there is Fletcher Ramage against his former side. He goes really short. That is a shocking kick. Cal Moore on the spot. Had more time than he thought, did Cal. And it's through for a minor score. Ramage breathes a big sigh of relief there, Bobby Jackson. The Magpies 28, the Hoppers 33.
I just feel both sets of defences just been a little bit too cute the last 5-10 minutes. Just short passes here, there, everywhere. Just get the ball down the line, 50 metres down the line, and then reset. It's just not a day to be cute.
Yeah, that tiny little mistake, Bobby, and you can pay a big price for it, can't you?
Oh, barrel.
Yeah, look at that from Tim Broomhead. Latches onto one. Tweedo. And now Weaven. Long down the line. That's what Bobby was talking about. To the half-forward flank. Now here's Tilly. He's got to work against Minogue. Minogue, one back front spot. Well done, Tilly, against Cody Gardner. Caden Winner's there, and the umpire is going to take it. 5-point lead. The green and gold up. The Hoppers 33 lead the Maggies 28, and the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard ends at Albury time clock has gone 24 second term.
It certainly has. Ball at half forward here for North Albury. Gardner trying to beat Porter. Goody over this football. He was good early. On to Gardner. His kick looks like it's going to go out of bounds on the full, or has Dennis marked it? I think he's marked it. Wow. Nathan Dennis has marked it, and it's a 50.
Oh, wow.
It's a 50 against Norton, who I reckon was arguing with the umpire, who thought it was out of bounds on the full. And this is a massive moment. Dennis has marched to the top of the goal square, and he's going to put through North Albury 6th. 6-3-39 over the Magpies, 3-10-28 at the 25th minute mark of the second term. Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket.
I've never seen a footballer win an argument with an umpire, so that was just silly, undisciplined play by Tyler Norton there. That's a couple of acts in the last little 5-10 minute period that he's going to sort of have to reflect on later on. But that was good reward for a simple game plan where there was a 50-metre torp from the goal square to centre wing and another quick disposal into their offensive 50. So a simple game plan on today will work every day.
Yeah, the inside 50 count now. North Albury 11 for this quarter, and Wangaratta Magpies 10, playing some really good football at the moment. North and a bit of breathing space on the scoreboard.
I reckon they heard you down there, Bobby, talking about cute footy. You just said, just get it forward. Big long kicks, and that's exactly what happened. Here we go, out of the middle. Here's Laverty and also Archie Gardner. Well done by Archie, got a fist to it. Tim Broomhead on the boot and just gaining some valuable yards for his green and gold team over the back. Now there's Duncan up against Grossman.
Free kick.
Yep, they play on. Does Duncan inside 50, Minogue at the back. Now, what's happened here?
Downfield.
Oh. Bobby, describe that for us for the Newmarket.
Another piece of ill-disciplined play by the Wang Magpies. A little bit of a dump after he kicked it. Silly. Just, it's cost them the last 5-10 minutes. They've just switched off mentally, and North Albury are taking full advantage of every silly mistake that they've made.
Dan, they've got to be really careful here.
Well, this is going to be absolutely so frustrating for Ben Reid. That's potentially 2 goals they've given up in 2 minutes on a wet day. You can almost go 3 goals up, and it's not good for Ben Reid. He'd be fuming at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. These things can decide the game, Bobby, when it's all said and done.
This is for 5 on the trot.
Yep. So here we go. Josh Minogue, 35 out, directly in front, Evans Street end. This would really hurt the Maggies. It would sting. Josh strolls in. And what's he done with that one? He snuck it in. He's got it home. So 45 plays 28 here. The Hoppers up on the CMV Truck and Bar scoreboard as we work up towards half-time. We're gone 27 for NZ.
Yeah, that's disappointing, and Laverty owes his teammates now. That's a big 50 to give away in the context of the game. 17 points now. That's huge in wet weather footy. That's almost 5-6 goals in dry weather. So they've got to respond here, Wang Magpies. But North Albury are looking the goods. 12 inside 50s for them. That man, Caden Winter, is playing the game of his life. 8 disposals this quarter and 8 disposals in the first as well. So he's playing fantastic football. Tim Broomhead off half-back. He's had 17 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet. So North Albury playing their part.
Looks like that tag has been dropped from the Wang Magpies on Tim Broomhead as well, who is really starting to put his DNA on this game, as is Winter and Goody. Minogue just kicked his second, and the Hoppers with a 17-point lead on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Not too far away from the halftime break as Charlie Ross puts it on the boot for the Maggies, floats it into attack. 3 Hoppers try and fist the ball over the boundary line. They exit defence now with a high up and under out to the far side. Does the ball stay in? It bounces out of bounds on the full. And Paddy Naish, who's been well held in this second term, is going to bring the ball back in for the Magpies.
Let's have a look out there. Here he goes, Paddy. He loads it up, weaving at the back. Newton is there also. Xavier Laverty, they need this one, the Maggies. And this one's come across the face.
It stayed.
It's out of bounds in the pocket.
Yeah, it's a good result for Wang Magpies just to leave it in that 50 a little bit longer. There's been some good quarters. Charlie Naish has been good. He's had the 5 disposals this quarter. Cam Barrett, he's moved up to the middle, has got him 6 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So the boundary throw in is a little bit short. Throw it in again. That's okay. Looks like it's a club umpire doing his best work out there, which is what you love to see.
I'd love the ruckmaners to come a bit closer to Panda as well, though. They go back too far.
They have done indeed. So Juice tries to take it out of the ruck. Winter on hands and knees. Here's Harry Hewitt over this football. Duncan goes in. Ball sort of hovering around the 50-metre arc for the Magpies. Grossman jams it on the boot. Broomhead goes back one-handed. Archer Gardner kicks it on the boot and gets as much space as he can. Is he going to get pinged for deliberate here? Surely not in these conditions. It goes over the boundary line for a throw-in, and the Hoppers have kicked the last 5 goals unanswered in this ball game, and they will take a 17-point lead into the main break here on 1494 2AY's O&M Live. 7-3-45 and accurate hoppers over the Wang Magpies 3-10-28. A good game of footy in wet conditions. I hope you're enjoying the action. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the halftime show for Elders Rural. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Fridge broken down? Urgently need a new washing machine?
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
It's Norman's Oval. The football's a bar of soap, Bob, but it is an intriguing contest. North Albury have the jump. What did you make of that half?
Yeah, they certainly have. It's That particular quarter was all North Albury's. You know, both clubs had the same amount of entries, 11 to 12, I think might have been in favour of Wang. Compared to the scorelines, Wang had 3 points to North Albury's 4 goals, 1 for that quarter. So they were much more efficient going inside their forward 50. And whenever they went inside forward 50 and looked dangerous, there was plenty of space. So the ball either went over the back or there's plenty of room for the forwards to work in. I really like the work of Josh Minogue. He's working up through the middle of the ground, presenting a target for a defensive 50 to kick to, and his work rate's outstanding. That lets the mid-size or smaller forwards like Talent and they like to get to work in that for Nathan Dennis. So the goal kickers to this point is Josh Minogue with 2, Nathan Dennis with 2, Keith Talon, Caden Winner, and also Cody Gardner with the singles. And then for Wang Magpies, it's Waiatea Tua with 2 and Juice Newton with just the 1. All those goals for Wang were kicked in the first quarter. So for me, it's the energy levels for Wang Magpies. We're really concerned for Reedy and the coaching staff in the change rooms for the Magpies at the moment. Whereas North Albury, I think they just seem to be energised by each other's work rates. And the captain Georgie Goody in the middle was fantastic, and him along with Caden Winner have been fantastic around the coalface and getting the ball moving forward so the forwards can get first crack at it. Yeah, and we'll get to North Albury's energy in the midfield a little bit, but on the negative note for Wang, what do you put it down to as to why they're a little bit more lethargic? Do you put it down to, I guess, the way they've structured up forward? They've gone very tall up forward on a wet day. Do you put it down to the 6-day break against Rovers after that big hit out? Is it a combination of both? What do you think it is, Bob? Yeah, a little bit of part A, a little bit of part B. The forward line structure looks like it's a concern with Cal Moore spending so much time in the ruck. Yep. So I think you've nailed it there. And we both had a bit of a chat off air just there before. We feel as though that Laverty might be the one to go back across half-back and play that half-back role where Juice Newton and Cal Moore can have the forward 50 to themselves and get to work there. And the 6-day break, particularly playing on a wet, damp, sodden day like today, it's going to have some sort of effect on the group and their energies later on. They're either going to draw on it or it's going to be the cause of it. So, I think a little bit of part A, a little bit of part B, but I'm really concerned with the way that they're exiting defensive 50. They're a little bit cute at times, short inside pass instead of going long down the line just to get the ball out of the danger area so they can just recoup for a little bit and have a couple of stoppages in the middle part of the ground and then go from there. Yeah, and North Albury on the flip side have been fantastic. They've been full of beans. They've had heaps of run. Do you put it down to the work that their midfield's getting? Are they giving their outside runners like the Gardner boys good service to go in long and strong? We also have seen Tim Broomhead being able to move it out of the half back really directly. You mentioned, I think, in that second quarter that they're just getting a bit too cute, and it's almost as if Tim Broomhead said he heard you, and he's just gone up the middle, up the diddle, and they look really positive from that as well. The role that Winter and George Good are playing around the ball is crucial. The role that the Gardner gang are playing on the secondary peripherals outside the contested, congested ball, in conjunction with the role that Tim's playing, which looks like to be back half behind the football and behind, and along with Jack Reynolds, he's providing that outlet for Tim Broomhead on occasions where he just runs. He's just like a rabbit that runs all day, Jackie Reynolds, and he's everywhere. He's up and down the train tracks, and he's working his way across the ground laterally as well. So I think all those boys they've nailed their roles, and they're really contributing to the way that they're playing and giving Josh Minogue and the like further down the ground a really first look at the ball. Yeah, and we'll get to a Royal Netball update in a minute, but I do want to get your thoughts on if you're Wangaratta. This time, what do they want out of the second half? What have they got to change? What's Reedy got to say at half-time to get them rejuvenated as such? I think tinker with the forward 50 a little bit. Yep. I think we've already touched on that. I like the way that they're mid-sized players. They're lesser likes in Tour and O'Keefe and Hewitt and those sort of fellas are really having an impact. Jesse Smith already stood up. I think the Naish boys as a collective are doing really well. I think Paddy sort of needs to have a bit more of an influence on the game, whereas Charlie's really having a day out. I like the way, because he's an experienced campaigner, he's probably played 1,000 games like this in the weather. Dane Porter is at the coalface, really, really going hard. And I think it might have been Lukey who mentioned during that quarter there, he likes the way that that Cameron Barrett's influencing the ball around the stoppages as well. So I feel as though they're not too far off the mark. They just got to get rid of the cuteness and tinker with their forward line. And I think having Matt Grossman on an exterior role outside the congested footy might be worth having a look at as well. Yeah, beautiful. That's the voice of Bobby Jackson. And that is our halftime. That's a wrap for the halftime show for Elders Rural. And
we'll go to the Ray White Rural Netball updates, and then we'll go to a break on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
This is Tamara Matthews with the Ovens and Murray Live Netball wrap-up thanks to Ray White Rural. Today we saw the top-placed Wang Magpies host the North Albury Hoppers in very wet and trying conditions for both sides. It was the Magpies who led early, tight until half-time, and then were able to put on a 10-goal lead at one point before the North Albury Hoppers really came back at them, getting back to within 1 goal at three-quarter time. It set up the last quarter to be really exciting. However, the experience of the Magpies in these conditions really got them over the line in a big win in the end, 39 to 50 goals. Hannah Grady, back in the familiar goal defence position, was outstanding for the Magpies, both defensively but also driving that ball through to attack. Great to see her back there, while Shay Crimmins played wing attack today for the majority of the game, and just her game sense and smart passing to Amanda Yamansky was really difficult for the Hoppers to shut down. For North Albury, Lily Kelly, can see why she's winning the hot shot. She was fantastic in goal shooter. Emily Brown, as always, consistent through that centre, and Grace Hay had a big job on Amanda Yamansky, but really stood tall today with her rebounding. So we see the Wang Magpies maintain that top position with a great win. North Albury still in the 5. Some really interesting results coming out of other games today. Kim Borgia featuring strongly for the Wang Rovers in their win over Coral Rutherglen in what would be considered an upset. This has been Ovens and Murray Live and the Netball wrap-up thanks to Ray White Rural.
AT Jones, your local Onga specialists for all your irrigation.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Term about to get underway. Both sides have just entered the field here at the Norman's Oval, as have the umpires. And it's a 17-point lead to the North Albury Hoppers, 45 over the Magpies, 28. Blake Pandaresco with you, Lukey Francis alongside me. We got Bobby Jackson and Dan Vaccaro as well. The rain, I've just walked out there and got a nice salad roll from the canteen. It's annoyingly heavy, isn't it, Bobby?
You don't chew much, do you?
No.
You swallow that whole.
I just engulf.
Yeah,
is what I do. Engulf.
Yeah.
No, it's not much fun. There is a lot of precipitation. It doesn't look like it's let off at all, and it's not going to let off at all for the rest of the game. So the players have probably got their head around that and need to work their way around it. I dare say both sets of coaches would have said, "Look, right, this is how it's going to be. We need to work our way into it."
Yeah, for sure. And we'll just quickly go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pool World as well for some scores at half-time. It's Albury 5-6-36 to Wangaratta Raiders, 0 goals, 9. And Kyle Rutherglen, 2 goals, 3-15. Plays Wangaratta Rovers, 3-4-22. And then you got Murderford, 3-6-24 to Wodonga's 2-5-17. So they're cutting that back inch by inch. Yarrawonga, 7-8-50. Plays Lavington, 4-4-28. But how's Wodonga Raiders? 0 goals, 9. Bob.
Bad kicking's bad football, D-Vac. Even if they kick 5 goals or 4 goals, they're well and truly in the game now, aren't they, really?
Absolutely.
What was the margin in the Rovers-Roos game, Dan?
The Rovers-Roos is 3 goals, 4-22 Rovers. And Kyle Rutherglen putting up a fight, 2 goals, 3-15.
Yeah, they're in the game.
They're in the game.
Definitely in the game. Really
Love
quickly, just received a little bit of news from Birraleigh Park. Anthony Miles has been taken from the ground with a suspected knee injury of some sort. So we will monitor that one for you. It's just a little text message at the moment. Hopefully nothing too major comes out of that for the Tigers and Anthony Miles. No doubt you boys spoke about it lots throughout the halftime show, but what's the first thing?
It was one of the best halftime shows.
It was good,
I'm sure it was. But what's the first thing you want to see from the Maggies in the first 5 minutes, Bobby?
More direct. We basically sort of touched on that, didn't we, D-Vac, where they just got to stop fluffing around. A little bit of tinker with their forward line. We feel as though Lafferty could probably play a role at half-back. But I just think they need to be a little bit more direct, a little bit more, take the cuteness out of it. And it looks as though they've, just looking at the guys coming to the bench, looks like they've made a couple of tinkers there already, D-Vac.
Yeah, they have. It looks like Laverty's going to start on the bench, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes when he comes on. I think the first quarter for Wang was really good. I think they were playing really standard sort of just wet weather footy, and then I think they went away from that and tried a few too many things, and then North Albury just brought that energy and that pressure, and Wangaratta sort of folded a little bit. So they've really got to get back on the horse this quarter. I think Cal Moore and Juice Newton have that forward line if Laverty goes down back. I think that's the right move for Wangaratta.
Looks like Pat Nash's gone forward as well for the Wang Magpies, so we'll watch this space. Maybe a few little tactical things going to happen in the first 5 or 10 minutes or in this second half.
And one they made in the second quarter as well, which I really liked, was Cam Barrett. He had 7 disposals that quarter, and he's a beautiful user of the footy, so that was a really good decision by Ben Reid. I just want him to tinker a little bit more with those sort of magnets on the board.
So all to do for the Wang Magpies if they want to finish top 3 in season 2024 in this second half, because they're up against a side who is just as hungry in the North Albury Hoppers. The ball is held up and we're underway for Indigo Power in the third term. The Hoppers by 17. It's Tweedale and Hanrahan in the ruck. They both go at it. No ruckman wins the tap out. Goody's in there, socks up. And we have a ball up again, right next to the centre circle. Lots of stoppages as you would expect today on 1494. 2AY's O&M Live. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Tweedale won that one cleanly. Archer Gardner's there. Goody trying to free a hand to get a hand pass. Winter over the footy. They dive on him. See if Lukey Francis can get a clearance for us from McRae Motors.
Yeah, let's have a look, Peter. The Maggies, well, can they work their way back into this one? They trail by 17. Tweedale and Hanrahan. Here's Porter with the Sharon. Up and down kick. Arch Gardner with a fist to it. Broomhead. Smart play out to Reynolds. Left foot around the body. Foster Gardner through his hands. Here goes Dane Porter again to Grossman. And then out to Ellis. Foster's got him. Tackled across the chalk here. Umpire to boundary. Throw it in again, Dan.
Yeah, they have. And it's, stoppage after stoppage here. And it's wet weather footy at its finest. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting half. George Goody and Dane Porter going head-to-head at this stoppage.
This boundary umpire, a real trooper as well. Doing his best work. Thrown back in. Winters there. Tweedale, who I reckon's battled pretty hard in the ruck all day. And the umpire is somehow picked out holding the ball.
He's getting sick of the stoppages as well, I think.
He was.
Yeah. On a day like today, I just don't get that.
Sick of the stoppages.
So McVeigh caught holding the ball, and the Hoppers through Hanrahan floated into attack. Minogue off the half volley. Beautiful juggle to Goody, who dropped it, jams it on the boot, swings it to the top of the goal square. Penny's there. Duncan. Porter just tapped it to space. Here's a chance for Waitai Tua. Plays a little bit of soccer. Campbell, hot on his tail. Waitai Tua taps it over the boundary line smartly. And we're going to have a boundary throw in 50 around from the Hoppers goal, Bobby.
Just some matchup changes. Ramage has gone to Naish, as you said at half-time. Penny's gone into the forward 50, so Fletcher Ramage has gone to here, whereas Jack King has gone across to play on Juice Newton.
Boundary throw in, club room's end, far side, just outside 50. Ball coming in from the Hoppers. Let's have a look for the Maggies defence. Grossman got a fist to it. Smart, left foot, heading outside 50. Campbell takes the mark. So Isaac, he'd be 55 to 60 out from home here. Now he's starting to wind up now, and he puts it in. Let's have a look down there. Grossman with a fist and knocks it through for one behind. So 46 plays 28. The Hoppers up on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Entered Albury time clock has gone close to 3 final term. Here's Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks.
Yeah, the territory battle early with North Albury, 3 inside 50s for them, and George Goody continuing his good work. He's up to the 18 disposals on the 40 Winks stat sheet as well.
Hey, Bobby, I feel like the kick 10 metres out from goal is a bit of a dead kick today because it's easy to defend.
Yep, you're right. You did right. That's easy for the defenders to push through, particularly with the slippery ball. It's going to slide through out the back and easy push across the line.
I feel like it's got to come to maybe 20 or 30 out
That's
from
the
goal.
most deliberate punch I've ever seen.
My Lord.
And they're calling it not deliberate.
Is that such a rule here?
Well,
it's not, I don't think.
It
is a rule, but
that should be deliberate for mine. That's got to be.
So boundary throw in, centre wing, right in front of the marquees, the interchange benches here at the Normins Oval. Hanrahan and Tweedale in the ruck. Goody on hands and knees as he has been all day. Penny and another stoppage. Just forward to centre. Probably 70 around from the Maggies goal. They need the first couple to be right back into this ball game. They trail by 3 straight kicks, and here's Caden Winter clearing it for the Hoppers.
Yeah, there he goes, Caden, having such a good game. Grossman sends one forward here, inside 50 to the Evans Street end, poking on after it. There goes Cal Moore, trying to get it out the back to Smith, who goes off the ground, ball rolling O'Keefe. He gets a foot to it, but that ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket. Evans Street end broadcast side. And he will have a boundary throw in, Blake Escott.
We will. Will O'Keefe, Bobby, pretty slow to get up there.
Yeah, it looks like he just got a clip, an accidental clip in play from the North Albury play there. He just looks like a lower leg cork of some sort.
So we'll watch that one. Toss back in. Dangerous position here for the Magpies. And Cal Moore tries to get him flying shot on goal. Winter, once again, with another 40 Winks disposal. It was partially smothered, though. Going in hard here is Barrett. Penny, Goody. Picks it up. Hacks it forward 20 metres. Duncan read it beautifully, and he breaks away with pace, does Kieran Duncan. Runs pretty far, but kicks it on the boot. Tilly in front of Minogue. Can he get out the back? He can't. Well done, Tilly. Minogue just taps it forward, punches it 20 metres for his team. Duncan there. Grossman wants the boundary line. He taps it over the boundary line. And Dan Vaccaro, if that is...
They've got to do something.
That's the biggest deliberate I've seen. It's wet. It's wet weather footy.
I don't care.
like it. Boundary throwing 60 metres around from the Hoppers goal.
That's Sharon just accidentally slipping off Grossman's hands.
Bar of soap.
What else was he supposed to do, Dan?
Pick it up.
Pick it up and kick it the other way.
Gee whiz.
Oh, my Lord.
Gee, the O&M live team's fired up. Here's goes Archie. That's an
what a kick.
unbelievable kick there from Archie to Tim Broomhead. And short. This one comes to Dennis. Try to get it out wide here to Isaac Campbell. And then nice play from Norton just to create a contest. Chua over the top. Umpire, what's he going to do here? He's charging in, and he's going to call for it. Bobby?
I feel as though Panda hit the nail on the head there in regards to the kicking into about the 30 metres out from goal, where Tim Broome had a perfect opportunity then to hit that spot where he went a little bit further out from goal. Now we ended up with a stoppage out, 60 metres out.
That kick from Archer Gardner, wow. And that kick from Winter, lowers the eyes beautifully, finds Keith Talent. Caden Winter putting an exclamation mark on this ball game, Bobby Jackson.
He's been outstanding today. He's been the pick of it. If it's not George Good getting the ball out, it's Caden Winter. So they're both having a day out. It's built for those two fellas, and they've basically grabbed the ball and run with it. And it's those two guys versus Judd Porter, Dane Porter. Dane Porter needs some help at the coalface in regards to the Wang Magpies getting back into this game, but that was a perfect pass.
Taking the Caden Winter at the moment.
So Keith Talent, who's had one set shot on goal, it was a bit of a Barry Crocker. Will now kick from 45 metres, slight angle. It's not bad off the boot. It's touched on the goals line. It's through for a minor score. So it had the accuracy, just not the distance from Keithy. And it's now a 19-point ball game. 47 plays 28. The Hoppers lead on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Fraser Ellis brings the ball back in from the fullback position for the Maggies. And here they come, out towards the halfback flank. It's turned over. Ramage can go in here. Squares it up to Penny. Jack's got it. True centre half forward for the green and gold. Inside 50. Look at that free kick. Oh, through Josh Minogue's hands, off his chest. Goes again. Nice scoop up. Left foot around the body. Good fist out. The Maggies again repel the challenge. This one's coming back in. No, Penny's got it. Now Tim Broomhead screaming for it. Into Caden Winter. 55 to 60 out. Caden, short ball, nice. That was fantastic, and he's gone and he's picked up McIntosh, Bobby.
This is going to test every ounce of he's looking to pass the ball off. I just feel as though the ball's just getting a little bit heavy, a little bit slipperier. This is going to test him. I think this is going to be a goal square job here, boys, but they're moving the ball much better, the North Albury Hoppers, than the Wang Magpies at the moment.
Yeah, so a waterlogged Sharon from 45. Cooper McIntosh. Oh. He's hit the post, Dan. He got onto it.
He absolutely did. I'll tell you, North Albury are absolutely dominating this contest now. 7 inside 50s this quarter already to Wangaratta Magpies 1. They've got to cash in, and they've got it in the hands of the right men in the last couple of minutes. Caden Winter dominating this contest. 5 disposals this quarter, 21 for the game on the 40-wing stat sheet.
North Albury 47, the Maggies 28 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, third term.
Just handling the conditions much better, I think, at the moment, the Hoppers, and the Magpies needed answer. Smith, hand pass to Pat Nash, who streams out of defence, kicks it out really wide. Jesse Smith and Tom Montgomery on debut and a tussle out there. Well done, Tua, who comes along to lend a hand. Reynolds tried to smother it, but Tua jams it on the boot, floats it to half forward. There's no one home. And the ball is trickling over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard here, which reads 48 to 28. It's a 20-point ball game to North Albury. And we have played, Luke Francis, all of 8 minutes for NZ in this third term for Indigo Power.
Very good, Panda. Now, how's Mr. Stoves, our friend, going? Dan?
Around the grounds, 44 to 10. Albury leading Raiders, and Corowa 18 to Rovers 28.
Here goes Barrett. Thumps it forward for the Maggies. They need one here dearly. Bouncing ball, and it's just missed and gone through for a minor score. 48 plays 29 now on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. What'd you have there, Dan?
Yeah, and I'll continue on. Murderford 3 goals, 6-24 to Wodonga. 3 goals, 5-23. So that's closed down that gap. And Yarrawonga 8 goals, 8-56 to Lavington 5-4-34.
There's your wrap from Mr. Stowe's Pool World.
Raiders yet to score a goal. 0 goals, 10. Unbelievable.
In the Ray White Rural Netball update as well. The Magpies by 10 goals over the North Albury Hoppers. Hannah Grady and McRae Motors player of the day. Broomhead, interesting kick out of defence. Sets a task for Foster Gardner, but he's up to the challenge. Gardner kicks it to centre wing. Little push in the back there from Winter. He takes the mark and streams away. Kicks it inside attacking 50. Minogue's down there for the Hoppers. Montgomery on debut. Calm under pressure. Hand pass it back to Grossman, who just kicks it long and wide. Tries to clear defence. Reynolds takes it over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back in, Dan Vaccaro, 50 metres around from the Hoppers' goal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this North Albury group are as hungry as I've seen Lukey Francis. They're just hunting the pill at every opportunity, and it's led by that man, Caden Winter. 22 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, Dan, and we shouldn't be surprised as to how well he's playing in these conditions, because after all, he's not Caden Summer, he's Caden Winter.
Oh, gee whiz.
How about that?
There's no post game. I'm done.
Oh, my Lord.
That is as good as you will hear on O&M Live.
Or as bad, Panda.
I love it, Lukey.
Here goes Coey, good on you. Here we go, over the shoulder. Now this one's going to Tweedale. Bobby, they've got to make something out of this. So they've got it on their half-back flank.
Sorry, mate. I've fallen on the floor after that last comment.
That's all right, I would have too. It was shocking. Here's my apologies to Caden. The guy's an absolute star. It goes to the outside here on the flank. Or Grossman. Or just got it to Ellis. Or they're under pressure here. They need a kick. Here comes Tilly to Charlie Naish. Now he's got Anderson on short. Nice kick to McVeigh, and he picks him out. They've got to make something from this Panda going forward.
They do. They trail by 19 points. 29 plays 48. Poor kick moving forward.
It's the wrong kick. They had three blokes in the middle that had to go up the middle there, Wangaratta.
Has the rain just eased a tiny little bit, Bobby, or are the players adjusting better?
It's just lightened off a little bit, and the North Albury guys, they have adjusted better. They have adjusted better.
What a mark from Foster Gardner. Did he juggle it? I reckon it hit the ground, but the umpires paid it anyway. An elite body and paint mark of the day from Foster. He's outside attacking 50. Kicks it to about 40 metres out from goal. Reynolds is there, running through traffic, kicking to talent.
Oh.
Well done from Tweedale. Goody off the ground, tries to soccer it through, and it's rushed over the line. Panic on the last line for the Magpies. And the Hoppers, minus score. 49 plays 29. The margin back to 20 for Inspirations Paint. 12 minutes played for NZ.
I'll tell you what, they're holding on for dear life here, Wangaratta. 8 inside 50s for North Albury to 1 this quarter.
Yeah, great call from Blake Escott from McRae Motors. Tweedale just getting a hand to it. Now here's Tim Broomhead. Oh, try to pick one off. Caden Winter. Oh, well done by Ross, just to steal it. Tries to get it to Jesse Smith. Look at this man, Tim Broomhead. To Duncan. True-hearted Normans. They go in again. They get an entry here, the green and gold. Good, strong contest down there. Whistle. And the kick's going to the Maggies.
Yeah, just over the shoulder on that occasion there. Wang Magpies need to get a bit of rebound, a bit of bounce out of their back half. They just seem to be stagnant and happy to hold on to the football and wait for things to happen like this.
Oh, Tommy Montgomery on debut. Got around the man on the mark. It was pretty nervy. Goes out wide. It's through the hands of Fraser Hollandine. Sliding and keeping it in brilliantly was Xavier Laverty. Onto O'Keefe, and here's a bit of run for the Pies. 1-on-1 in attacking 50. It's Weaven up against Cal Moore. Weaven goes to ground, and he taps it over the boundary line.
My goodness!
As deliberate as you'll see from Harry Weaven. Cal Moore asked the question, umpire not answering, and it's a boundary throw in 45 around from the Pies goal. They need one here. We've played 13 minutes for no goal in this third term, all thanks to Indigo Power.
I'm ringing Dave Sinclair during the week. They got to change the rules.
He'll answer and say, who's this?
He knows.
Bang!
Yeah, that's it. Polkinghorn from the back pocket for North Albury. Duncan tries to pick it up on the second attempt, got swung around without it, so he will receive the kick. So they hold up again. Once more, the Hoppers in defence. Here he goes, Kieran. And long down the outer side. Norton had to go back with the flight. Dennis, that's what you want. Just hacks it off the ground, off the boot. Here's Montgomery, though, for the Maggies. Smart, nice scoop up. Foster Gardner to get in his back. No, the umpire said that's fine. And we're going to have a stoppage here. Wide out on the flank, club room's end. And we're going 14 for NZ third term. We've got the North Albury Hoppers up 49-29 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Dan, what's your best, mate, on the 40-wing stats?
Yeah, well, it's the inside 50s, 9 inside 50s, 10 now for North Albury to 1 Magpies. They are dominating this contest.
Caden Winter came through like a steam train, got an important hand pass out. Good tap there from Keith Talent. Archer Gardner first there for the Hoppers. Thought he dropped the ball. Montgomery nervily hand passed it back to Ellis. He put him into the Wangaratta Hospital, which is just down the road here, and the private one as well. And it's a stoppage, 20 metres out from the Hoppers' goal.
Pressure is through the roof at the moment for North Albury, boys.
You do a pressure rating, do you, Dan, on your 40-wing stat sheet?
I don't, but they've just broken it, I think.
So Moore taps it down. Here's Foster Gardner. Did he get smart high. Umpire says no, and a ball up 15 metres out from the Hoppers' goal. Top of the goal square. They lead by 20 halfway through the third term.
Yeah, a lot of traffic down here. Just at the top of the goal square, club room's end. Moore try to tap it back. Dennis. Minogue. I reckon he's got it. No. Oh, he's got nowhere near it. How am I going, Dan?
Oh, gee whiz.
That was almost as bad as asking Julian Hayes if he trained for the rain during the week.
I shouldn't have had a sip of that hot mushroom cocoa.
So out of bounds on the full and a free kick to the Magpies. And McVeigh brings it out of defence, and Liam Lischke says, I'll punch it over the boundary line. Gee, that would have hurt my fist, Dan.
It would have, and around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. McNamara reserve it. He's all square. 3 goals, 6 apiece, 24.
I remember a game down there that Gus and Robbie called where the Magpies played Myrtleford and you couldn't tell who was who.
Yep,
I
did that game. It was a couple of years ago.
Yep. I wonder how conditions are there now. I reckon a lot better than that.
Not good, though.
Boundary throw in. 70 around from North Albury's goal. Moore just punches it. Gains about 20 metres for the Pies. Broomhead's first there. Hand pass it back to Cullen. Nice little clever kick to Gardner. Wasn't able to mark. Good pressure from Charlie Naish. Big Leighton Coes over the footy. And in the end, it's a boundary throw in right in front of Bobby Jackson. Boundary side, he's wet for the Newmarket Hotel.
Certainly am. And I'm loving the work that the big ruckman for North Albury, Leighton Coe, he's having a real dip today. It's been a good contest between him and Tweedale. I'm really impressed by the ruckman. As you know, I have an affliction with the ruckman, so he's had a good day out today.
I don't like ruckman.
Need a couple before the three-quarter time break here. The Maggies. Porter brought down. What a tackle from Foster Gardner.
The Gardner gang.
Took a great mark in this term.
Good kick.
Good tackle as well. Here to Hanrahan. True centre wing. Broadcast side, and he winds up and he puts it up. Let's have a look down there. No. Tilly coming straight out, takes the mark. White Tie Tour saying, kick it to me. He's bursting out on the outer side. Goes directly up the ground. Corridor kick to Smith. And they've got to act now, the Maggies. Got to move fast. Oh, Paddy Naish to Dane Porter. Oh, did well to get out of that. To the half-forward flank.
There's a magpie fight in front of us. Look!
Into him! Well, that's astonishing.
Is that a sign?
It is. They got some fight in them, the Magpies still. They need the next one pretty quickly. Won't be a long quarter because we haven't had a goal and we've only played 17 minutes. The Hoppers lead this one 49-29. Off the boot of Jack Reynolds. Pack of players at half forward. Caden Winter once again with a beautiful hand pass to Gardner. He loops it over to Duncan, and here's the run from the Hoppers. A good tackle there from Barrett on Foster Gardner. He's caught holding the ball, and it's a free kick here to the Wang Magpies. Foster's got to be careful here. We know he likes a scrap. Careful not to give away a 50-metre free kick. So Cam Barrett goes out wide to the Ovens River side of the ground, kicks to a 2-on-1. Moore against McIntosh.
Yeah, front on contact.
Sorry, a free kick to Smith it was. White Tide Tour takes the advantage for the Magpies. Pumps it long. Juice Newton out the back of the contest, not able to take the mark. Well done, Jack King. And we have a boundary throw in very deep inside the attacking 50 for the Magpies, Lukey Francis. They trail by 20. 18 played for NZ in this third term for Indigo Power.
Yeah, rain hasn't stopped since the bounce. So good, steady rain. Here we go. Newton. Hanrahan goes again, and that ball's not coming out of there. The umpire's going to take it. 49 plays, 29 here on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. It's the third term at Normans on a Saturday afternoon. O&M Live. Blake Escott, Luke Francis, Stan Vaccaro and Bob Jackson. Archie Gardner over the top. Paddy Naish fights away for it. And the umpire again to take it, Panda. Another stoppage. Many Maggies and Hoppers around the pill here at the Evans Street end.
Not one player in the Hoppers half of the ground, Bob.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Big sigh there, which is probably sums up how you're feeling down there on the boundary. So the ball's hovering around the Magpies' goal. Big pack of players, another stoppage.
Sorry about that, lads. I was just thinking of a way to get Jack Penny for my thoughts into a pun somewhere along the line.
Okay, it's the sort of mindset you get from our boundary riders here on O&M Live. I like it. And we have another ball up. Still 20 metres out from the Wang Magpies' goal. And here's Lukey Francis, the best man in Wagga for McRae Motors.
How long did it take you to coin that phrase, Bobby?
Oh, he's good.
He's good. Or Fletcher Ramage off the ground, and the umpire says throw it in.
Coin penny. I get it. Yep, got it.
Did the penny drop? Did it?
The penny dropped.
Oh,
here we go.
Jeez, it's just been a fantastic afternoon. Dan, what do you got, mate, on that stat sheet? We've got to get...
I just gave you a zinger there, but the inside 50s again, 10 inside 50s to 3. So North Albury still dominating this contest. Caden Winter, 24 disposals and a goal on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's best on ground by the straight at Flemington, Lukey.
Yeah, he's in contention for any time.
He's not in contention. He's got it.
Player of the day. That's if North Albury were to win this game.
He's got it.
Smith fighting like a magpie on a chip, like the Magpies were fighting in front of us before. And we have another stoppage, 40 around from the Wang Magpies goal. Rain still falling. It's soaking. It's very wet here at the Norman's Oval. Archer Gardner hacks it out of there. Dennis first there for the Hoppers. Norton on his tail. They pile in there. Dennis able to hand pass it free. McIntosh is going to see this one over the boundary line, and we have a throw in. 55 around for the Maggies goal. Bobby Jackson for the Newey.
Magpies need a bang for buck here. The last thing that can happen for the Magpies right before three-quarter time is for North Albury to go to full length of the ground and score a goal, which you see so often in these situations when the ball's camped in one team's 50. They need, to state the obvious, they need a goal right now.
Yeah, they absolutely do. There's Cowmore over the back. Hewitt trying to weave his way through. Ramage to Goody. That ball's going out on the full.
No, it bounced on the line, I reckon.
Oh, it did too, just. So, again, they're going to get a chance here. Well, it's in their half of the ground anyway, put it that way. Let's have a look. 49 pays 29. Hoppers up. We're going 21.5 for NZ in the third term. Here comes the boundary umpire. He's done more work than anyone today. Hey, there he goes. McVeigh, you get legged. What's happened? Oh, we're going to have another boundary throw. No,
it's a free kick to North
for a trip, was it?
No, I reckon Laverty took it out of the ruck when he wasn't the nominated.
You're right. It was McVeigh, yep.
I think the boundary umpire is just happy to say, you know, we don't have to do it again. He said, bugger this.
That's why Dan's number one. For stuff like that, he picks up the obscure stuff.
Mr. Stuff.
Kick on centre wing, and we have a big pack of players right in front of us here in our commentary position.
Of Mr. Stuff, I've got Mr. Stove's pool world here. It is Wodonga, 25 plays Murderford 25, so still level at McNamara Reserve.
That one being called on 15-6-3-8 as Charlie Nash was set upon by two Hoppers. Ball's hand passed out of the congestion. Polkinghorne pushed his player in the back, and he's given away a free kick.
Whoop.
And it's going to be Will O'Keefe, the recipient. On centre wing, plays on because there's no one on the mark. Kicks it into attack for the Magpies. Newton's down there. Penny, hand pass it through to Ryan Polkinghorne. Hand pass it back to his captain, Goody, who calmly kicks it to Tim Broomhead, the coach in defence.
Brave.
And he's going to switch the footy because Harry Weaven's got out on his opponent here, and he's marked it in the right back pocket for the Hoppers. In fact, it's Darcy Cullen.
Right out wide to Campbell on true centre wing. And Isaac. Low driving kick, trying to pick up Minogue. Got hands to it. Here goes Waitai to it. Grossman, ground level, tried to shovel it out. Minogue goes again. And that ball is tied up at the bottom. Tweedale over the top of it. So too Coe there. And the umpire to take it. So on the flank, at the club room's end, far side. Waitai to it. Left foot down the line. Good mark from Xavier Laverty. Gee, they need a goal. 49-29. Round 11 at Norman's. Hoppers and Maggies. Now, they fight away for it tooth and nail over there. Waitai Tour again. Left foot. Trying his heart out for his Maggies. His Polkinghorne. Just jams it on the boot. Gets it down the line to centre wing. Over the back of the pack it goes. Nathan Dennis. Can he get a handball out? Heading towards the chalk. Tweedale goes. McVeigh. It's not real pretty over there. You can expect it. It's teaming down, has been since the bounce, and now Norton gets it out the back panda.
Yeah, O'Keefe, hand pass it to Pat Nash, who missed his boot. Falls fortuitously to Ross. He hand passes it to O'Keefe, and he's tackled straight away by the hard man, Penny. And we have a ball up 80 around from the Maggies' goal. To say they need a goal is an understatement. They trail by 20 points, 49-29. It goes inside attack here for the Magpies. Juice Newton in front of King. King did well with a fist, brought it to ground. Newton's over this football again with a second effort. And we have a stoppage 40 metres around for the Magpies goal. 49 plays 29 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Big shout out to Jeffy Gray. Of course, he is the owner of Inspirations Paint. He's a great man, and he is a North Albury supporter, Lukey.
Very good. Panda Cowmore On the boot, up and down. Big fist from Weaven. Archie Gardner after it. Tries to pick it up. Falls away. Ross, they need this and they get one. So Ross has kicked it for the Maggies. Charlie with a nice goal. So 49 plays 35 here on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock's gone 25. Can they do it, Bobby? Can they do it?
Well, that's going to certainly help them. That's the first goal of the third quarter, and to say that that's an antidote for all the effort that they're trying, to get out of their team after a 6-day break, and you can quite clearly see the energy levels aren't as high as what the North Albury Footy Club is at the moment, but they're trying their hardest to find something, and that may help going into the three-quarter time break.
So breaks a run of 5 goals in a row to the North Albury Hoppers, and their first goal, the Magpies, since the 22nd minute mark of the opening term. And that was Waitai Tua, who put the Pies 10 in front. Here's Caden Wynn to ride him down for another 40 winks clearance. And Keith Talent takes a beautiful Elite Body and Paint mark of the day at half forward. True centre half forward on his chest. He goes out wide. Interesting kick, finds Campbell. He's at half forward, far side of the ground. He's a left footer, so he'll arc around here. This kick has to be 30 metres from goal. It is that. Kicks it to a dangerous position. Tweedale down there, in front. Off the hands of Penny. Can he find his way through? Penny misses. Flying shot on goal, minor score for the Hoppers. 7-8-50 to the Magpies, 4-11-35. It's a 15-point ball game as we tick up towards the 26-minute mark for NZ in this third term.
Yeah, that's it. So not long to go here in the third. Hewitt in defence, and they play on to Ellis. Ellis this way to Tilly, and the siren goes, and it is a 15-point lead as Panthers set at three-quarter time to the North Albury Hoppers. They lead 7-8-50 to the Maggies, 4-11-35. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
On 2AY. Dan, it's going to be a really quick wrap-up because both teams are out on the ground. All the spectators are off. Who are our quarters best in the third term for Pregame Motors?
Tatum Winter, 10 disposals, 26 for the game. He was definitely their best. And Pat Naish with 5 disposals that quarter. No standouts for Wang Magpies.
Bob, really quickly, what was the messages from the huddles at three-quarter time?
Benny Reid was very animated at three-quarter time, asking for a big effort from his boys, whereas North will be very calculated, very calm and very organised.
Rightio, so 15-point lead here to the North Albury Hoppers. Can they make it to the finish line? Or the Maggies peg them back? We're about to find out here. Here we go, final term on O&M Live at Norm Minns. Winter, oh, fantastic to Goody. And then Goody on the boot, a high ball going towards the half-forward flank. Foster Gardner has to go back with a hand to it. Here's Jamie Anderson. Archie Gardner, though, for the Hoppers. Hurriedly on the boot, just rushes it forward. Minogue thought he was being held. Here comes Tilly, left foot heading towards the chalk, and it goes out in front of the grandstand. So 50 plays 35. As we said, that 15-point lead on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Here is Blake Escott.
Fourth term for Mac Jack Sheds. Big hello to Phil Packer. Of course, man at Mac Jack Sheds who can sort you out. Good throw in and a good tap from Tweedale. Penny there. Good hard contest there between Penny and O'Keefe. Fletcher Ramage kicks off a step, floats it to half forward. The big fella Hanrahan stuck out the Dukes, wasn't able to mark it. Grossman is tackled over the boundary line and will get thrown back in 60 metres around from the Hoppers' goal. I think one goal for the Hoppers in this final term would win it, I reckon, Lukey.
Yeah.
And the Magpies, well, they've only kicked 4, but they need 3 goals in this final term to win it. So it's going to be an interesting finish, but I reckon they can do it.
Certainly. Here's Penny. Oh, well done, Nathan Dennis. Couldn't quite get there. Second attempt at it. Now he fights away. And umpire takes it again here in the pocket, Evans Street. Back down to you, Bobby, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, it's going to be an arm wrestle here for the rest of the afternoon, and you've nailed it there, Panda. I think the North Albury Hoppers will be looking for the first goal to put some real serious pressure, and then go defensively minded for the remainder of the game, where they've been outstanding for the whole game.
They have. It'd be a massive win for them. What a season they're having under Tim Broomhead. And back into play. Hanrahan. Barrett is there. And Whiteside tour over it. Comes out Ross, who kicked the goal in the third term. Reynolds goes back. Or more came from the other direction. Well done, Jack Reynolds. Just to create a contest, Bobby.
Can't doubt his courage, Jack. He's been fantastic. Provide an outlet for the defensive 50 players, and then all of a sudden, he's just done a defensive act like that as well. So that's how you earn your respect to your teammates.
Played a full year on the wing last year, and he's moved to half-back in the recent weeks. He hand pass it to Tim Broomhead, who weaves through traffic beautifully, kicks it into attack. Minogue in a one-on-one against Tilly. Minogue's the first one back. He's socking a marvellous goal out of mid-air. That's almost goal of the year from Josh Minogue. The Euros are being played right now. He'd get a game for England. What a finish from Josh Minogue. Wow, Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel.
That's a forward's intuition. He's just knows he's a natural forward, knows where the goals are, knows how to get the job done. And as you said, Panda, that was perfect execution of a cross from the right side into the top of the box where you'd expect a good forward to be to head it home in the Euros, mate.
Yeah, good call, Bobby. And we'll quickly just go around the grounds of Mr. Stowe's Pool World. 0 goals, 12 Raiders, plays Albury 45. And at McNamara Reserve, our other game, 26 apiece in the last quarter between Murderford and Wodonga.
And we've got Josh down for 3, haven't we, Panda?
Yep.
Here's Caden Winner to the half-forward flank. Foster Gardner front spot. Jamie Anderson off the ground. Through the hands of Tweedale. Or Ramage. To Cody Gardner, turned over to Barrett. This way to White Tide Tour. He's got to go. Archie Gardner's on his tail. Heading towards the chalk. Goes out of bounds. 56 plays 35. The Hoppers up on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Entered Albury time clock has gone close to 4 minutes. Final term, Dan.
Yeah, that has. And yeah, you mentioned Minogue. He's been fantastic today. 3 goals for him, so he's in contention for player of the day. But that man, Caden Winter, 28 disposals and a goal in this contest. He's been the best player on the ground for mine.
Certainly was a Sunjan goal today. Contender from Josh Minogue. Winter once again on hands and knees. Put him down for another 40 winks. Broomhead, did he get O'Keefe high? Umpire says no, and a ball up at half forward. Tweedale's on his hands and knees working to try and get to this contest, Bobby. The Magpies look a little bit wounded at the minute.
Yeah, they're hanging on for dear life here at the moment. They need a burst of energy by somebody, and it might be one of the younger fellas to step up to the plate.
Yeah. Ball still in scrimmage. Gardner, big contest between him and Barrett. Ball just ricocheted off Ramage. Penny found the pill onto the left foot of Cullen, who boots it inside attack. Minogue off the half volley. Talent over the footy. Duncan puts his head over it bravely. He's hit hard, and it's a free kick here to Duncan.
Yep.
I reckon 2 players were sort of just going for the footy a little bit. Pretty stiff, and it's a free kick here to Duncan, who's down holding his ribs by the looks of things, Bobby.
I think Tilly just got it wrong. Aidan Tilly, I think, went in and I think he's more of a shoulder than ribs. I think
shoulder.
I think it was an errant bump going wrong from Aidan Tilly, and this fella's been good. He's been impressive. He's done some good things. He's built for his speed, and he's built for this type of game today. He's been real impressive. So he's earned his free kick. Put it that way.
Kieran Duncan travelled 3 hours in twice a week from West Wyalong just to train with the Hoppers in the off season. Will line up from 50 after winning a free kick. He's the late inclusion. He looks a little bit wounded still, and it's gone through for a minor score. 57 the Hoppers, 35 the Magpies. They need 4 straight goals here, Lukey Francis, for Mac Jack Sheds as we go to Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks.
Yeah, comeback alert on Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Lavington Panthers 8-5-53, only 10 points down to Yarrawonga at JC Low Oval.
Ooh, watch that one, Dan.
Charlie Nash off the half-back flank, right up the line here for the Maggies. Calmore front spot. Holding, he's going to get the free kick.
Gee whiz.
Either that or over the shoulder now. Oh, Keith wanted to play on.
Had to go back over his mark, Lukey.
Yep. So here's Cal. And you don't need me to tell you, they need something out of this forward entry right here, the Maggies. Oh, that'll probably be curtains. Here's Laverty, Penny. Jack fighting away for it. Ball on the deck. O'Keefe goes. There's Goody out the back. Laverty tries to win it. Penny kicks it off the deck. And then rolling ball out there. Barrett, nicely done. Head over the footy to Tweedale. He might be gone, he is. And the Hoppers will win it on half back here. And they have it through Foster Gardner.
Yeah, Kieran Duncan's still holding that shoulder, so he looks like he's in a world of pain. Kick from Foster Gardner was a Barry Crocker. It dribbled along the ground and would have hit a few worms in the head. And Pat Nash is going to be caught holding the ball here.
No.
Sorry, it's O'Keefe. And he's given the bird to the umpire, and it's a 50-metre.
Well, the 50 was there, but the free kick wasn't.
Correct. So you can't do that to the umpire. And whether you agree with the decision or not, it's an ill-disciplined play from Will O'Keefe. And George Goody, the captain, is going to be marched to about 50 metres out here, Bobby Jackson, for the Newmarket.
That's a good 50 metres too. That's every bit of 60 metres, that penalty there. So George, he deserves his shot on goal today. He's been fantastic. He's pulled the socks up, so this means he gets a little bit extra superpower. Is that right?
It does. From 48, it's a high up and under. It's gone as high as it has long. It's been to the top of the goal square. Tilly's down there. So's Archer Gardner. O'Keefe tries to mop up his ill-disciplined work. Archer Gardner runs it over the boundary line and it's going to get thrown back in 40 around from the Hoppers goal, Lukey.
I'll tell you what, just quickly, he's out of the MVP votes, George Goody, after that effort.
Oh, come on,
Straight up and under.
Come on now.
Nah, get him out.
It's a bit rough, Dan.
Get him out.
A little shout out for Harry Weaven. He's done a fantastic job on Calmore when they've been inside the Magpies 50 this week. Today, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, it's been a tough day for Calmore. Barrett, long one out of defence. Now there's no Maggies forward of this, so Calmore has to win it. He does. Now he goes for home. He winds up. It's to the left. It's not going to be a goal. And that one has gone out of bounds. Now I'm winding the clock right back here, Panda, but Kieran Duncan, you were saying he travelled from West Wyalong.
Correct, yep.
To Button Park for training during the pre-season?
Yeah, twice a week he did, yep. He's a West Wyalong boy.
That's a long way.
It is, indeed.
Mr. Stokes, Purwell, Lavington 9.5.59 plays Yarrawonga 9.9.63. Big comeback on the cards there.
Kieran Duncan, that commitment is fantastic.
Here's Harry Hewitt from the boundary throw in, snapping and goaling. Much needed one for the Wangaratta Magpies and Harry Hewitt. A Sunjan goal that A contender. It's only their second in the second half, and the margin's back to 16. 41-57, Hoppers lead. Bobby Jackson, we've played 9 minutes in this last term for NZ.
Is it Harry Hewitt that's going to provide the energy for these Magpies? That was a fantastic little burst of play there, and boundary throw in. You know, anything can happen there, and it got over the back end. That was a great finish. And for Wang Magpies, they need to get the next one really quickly to get it to 10 points and under to give themselves a chance for the run home. But that was a little bit of energy that they needed, and they've been searching for that all day.
One of the players that needs to lift too, Harrison Hewitt's only had 12 disposals. For his standards, that is low because he's had a couple of games of 30s in the last couple of weeks, but that's a huge goal nonetheless. So if that's something to get them back into the game, it'll be an interesting watch. It was only their second inside 50 entry this quarter. Wang to North Albury, they're up to 4 on the 40-week stat sheet.
Yeah, it's now or never for the Maggies. Over to you, Wang. Let's see what you got. McVeigh at the bottom, umpire to take it. And we're going to have another ball up here in the mud patch in the middle. Here we go. Coe and Tweedale. Oh, Broomhead. How good was that? Off the boot. And then Ellis. He tries to fire it back. Oh, what a mark.
Wow.
Ramage and Smith. What a collision. I think Ramage.
Smith's come off second best here.
That was magic.
I'm not sure how that's a free kick.
Oh, that was...
He paid the mark.
Smith's in all sorts.
He might have paid the mark.
From both players, Fletcher Ramage and Jesse Smith. Oh, wow, the commitment.
So they must have played the mark, Lukey,
yeah,
have they?
it was. It was a mark.
It was a mark.
Yep.
Well, that's an elite body and paint marker that A contender if I've seen one.
Elite body and paint mark of the year contender.
Sensational.
Smith split himself open here, boys.
Yep.
He's in all sorts.
He's played really well for the Maggies today as Jesse Smith. He looks like he's holding his neck a little bit, Bobby, is he?
It was a massive clash, and I reckon it was a head clash when I first saw it, but it was big, and he might have got a bit of whiplash, lads, I think, by the looks of that. That's just holding the back of the neck, and it's suggesting to me that that's what's happened.
Yeah, it was just excellent. From two O&M first graders, one a Hopper and one a Maggie. Again, Fletcher Ramage and Jesse Smith. Wonderful, Panda.
Absolutely, and they love Fletcher at North Albury as well. I reckon he's a very underrated defender. And it's going to be thrown back in. It's saying 55 around from the Hoppers goal. 57 plays 41. 11 minutes played for NZ in this fourth term for Mac Jack Sheds as Calmore missed his foot. Probably sums up a big forwards day in the wet. Not a good day for forwards at all, Dan Vaccaro.
No,
how many
not
stats
at all.
for Cal?
Big Cal's tried. He's had 12 disposals, but he's tried his hardest, but not ideal conditions.
McVeigh, very close. A big palm off in the chest. Tim Broomhead, that ball's gone out of bounds here. So
that's landed on the WJ Finlay oval, that one there, Timmy. He's miscued there big time. I'm just watching Jesse Smith here on the boundary, lads. He's really distressed at the moment, and he's in the hands of 2 or 3 trainers at the moment, and I'm just keeping a close eye on him. They're playing around the back of his neck and top half of his back, so it's a little bit of a stressful situation for Jesse.
Here's White Tie Tua. He's kicked 2 goals today. White Tie on the boot. Now King got a fist to it. Timmy Broomhead tried to pick it up. Hand or hand. Moore's got him. So to O'Keefe. Umpire to take it here. Right of centre wing. Dan, we'll go to you. 40 wings.
Just quickly, Mr. Stokes, Pilwood, Murderford are up by a point. 3-9-27 to Wodonga 3-8-26.
Keep flying those scores to us. Dan Vaccaro for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, repeating some A-grade netball scores as well. The Rovers have beaten Corowa in a major upset in the A-grade netball, and the Magpies have beaten North Albury in our broadcast game as well. So the Magpies still top of the A-grade netball ladder for away White Rural. Goody, great hand pass to Gardner. Snaps it forward, bounces straight off the chest of Nathan Dennis. Foster Gardner there for the Hoppers, gaining valuable yardage for the green and gold. Picked up here by his brother Gus Gardner, who kicks it into the channel. Off a pack of players. Picked up by Josh Minogue, who snapped his fourth. Curtains. The Hoppers look home. A wonderful goal, opportunistic from Joshy Minogue. That's his fourth. The margin out to 22, Bobby Jackson for the Newey.
The Gardner gang, boys. That's all I've got to say. All three of them just had a hand in that goal. One down the line, and then into Josh Minogue. And yeah, look, a real power forward in a Euro final. He's turned on a Thripney bit and put it through the middle. That was fantastic play. Simple wet weather football. Gardner onto Gardner, centre it onto Minogue. It was simple wet weather football that's been effective for them all day, and they got the result there. And I'm with you, Panda. I think you can put down the glasses on this one.
Yeah, what a win this is going to be for North Albury, and they're a fair income contender now this year for the premiership for mine. Third on the ladder they're going to sit, and they are playing really good football. And just quickly for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Eddie's Murderford 3-10-28 to Wodonga's 3-8-26, and the other close game 9-5-59 Lavey to Yarrawonga 9-9-63.
Yeah, okay. Interesting, and a 22-point lead here for the Hoppers at Normans. They do look home. It's a 4-goal break. Here's Campbell to Reynolds. Over the top to Goody. Here he goes, George.
Oh!
That
was late.
Yeah. Liam McVeigh now. Hanrahan remonstrating. So too is Campbell. So it's downfield anyway in the meantime to Foster Gardner. Very wide to Minogue. And then easily knocked out of bounds by Tilly. 63 plays, 41. Hoppers up here. Wodonga Border Carpet Scoreboard.
Geez, he's tough, George. Just bounced straight back up, didn't remonstrate, just got on with it and told his teammates, let it go. We got bigger fish to fry. He's an ultimate professional, Georgie Good.
Yeah, won't worry him. 22-point lead to North Albury, 63-41. Cal Moore grabbing it out of the ruck and heaving it forward for the Magpies. Fraser Hollandine is going to win a free kick here. It's against Cullen. And it's going to be right in front of our commentary positions, broadcast swing, and the rain is teeming down even harder here at the Normans Oval as well.
It's character building, Panda.
It is indeed. How's your head, Bobby? We know it doesn't have much
shiny.
hair.
It'll be shiny tonight.
I brought the chamois.
You did indeed. Wide-tied Tua, who's kicked into the pocket, and that's a wonderful mark. It's a elite body and paint mark of the day contender from Xavier Laverty with the Dukes up. They're hard to come by in these conditions. And this simply must go through, tied up against the boundary, 45 metres out if the Magpies are to win, or even get back into this ball game. So he's in front of the away change rooms here. He's a left footer. It's across the face. It's going to land in the field of play, and it's a boundary throw in. 5 metres around for the Magpies goal. Bobby Jackson, boundary side for the Newey.
Everybody's inside, Wangaratta Magpies forward 50, I suppose you could say, or forward third of the ground. So it's high stakes here for Wangaratta Magpies now. They need to make a run right now.
Here we go. Cal Moore grabbed it out of the boundary throwing contest, and it's gone right back to where it started, Dan.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Purwood in the AFL, Fremantle Dockers 15-7-97 to Sydney Swans 13-12-90. 4 minutes to go in the last quarter. And Murderford 28 to Wodonga Bulldogs 26 in the last. And Yarrawonga 70-59 against Lavington.
Yeah, and the Bombers and the Cats tonight. What a game that'll be.
Go the Catters.
Goody. At the bottom, umpire to take control here. So 63 plays, 41 in the final term. The Hoppers up on the Wodonga Border Carpet Scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone close to 17.
Oh, no.
That is an unbelievable
That
is an unbelievable goal.
Callum Moore has picked it out of the ruck. He's kicked it over his head, and he has kicked an amazing Sunjan goal that a contender. That is extraordinary from Callum Moore, Bobby. That's come from nowhere.
That seems to be his go-to move when there's a ball up or a throw in the forward 50. He tends to want to Jack Hawkins style, Tom Hawkins style, take it out of the ruck and have a shot on goal. And the big fella, he nailed it.
As long as Cal Moore is out on this ground, sorry, Bobby,
right.
They are a massive chance here, Wangaratta. That is unbelievable work by Cal Moore.
His first goal today has come at the 17th minute mark of the final term. I reckon that's almost the best goal he's kicked in black or white. And there's a free kick here to the Maggies in the middle of the ground. 63 plays 47. It's a 16-point lead to the Hoppers on the Border Carpet scoreboard as Barrett sends them back into attack. Big pack of players. Goody's down there for the Hoppers. Charlie Ross dives over him. Here's a chance for the Magpies through Tua. The Hoppers, desperation. Cullen grabs it, heaves it out of there. Big up and under on centre wing. Cal Moore in the contest. So's Nathan Dennis. O'Keefe's been crunched by Campbell. Nathan Dennis applies a tackle on Hewitt, and it's a stoppage on centre wing. Hoppers 63, Magpies 47, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, it's getting very, very close now. It's a close last quarter. 5 inside 50s for Wang, 6 for North Albury. It's very even, but that man, Cal Moore, 5 disposals and a goal. He's just trying to will his team to victory here.
Boundary throw in. Tweedale, Barrett, nicely read off hands, snaps it around his body. Laverty tried to tap it on. Here's Archie Gardner, head over the footy. Ross has got him. So too is O'Keefe, goes to ground, and the umpire to take it here.
Almost curtains at McNamara Reserve, 4-10-34 Myrtleford to Wodonga's 3-8-26. Season-defining game that is for Wodonga.
So ball up inside attacking 50. More unattended in the ruck. Leighton Coe's there. He's going to try and get a boot to it. Wasn't able to. Fraser Hollandine's grabbed a little
over the
high,
shoulder.
Be high.
And so
Oh, jeez.
it's a ball up. No, the supporters down there aren't happy. And it's a ball up inside attacking 50 for the Magpies. 63 plays 47. We've played 19 minutes for NZ in this final term for Mac Jack Sheds.
Fraser Hollandine, haven't seen much of him today. There's Campbell. Oh, Coe goes through. Hewitt, has he kept that ball in? Yes.
Falcon.
Yeah. Hit Cullen right in the melon. And ball has gone out of bounds here. So right on the arc of the 50, where it meets the boundary line. We're going to have another boundary throw in. So right now it's 63 playing 47. The Hoppers up. Let's have a look. Final term. NZ Albury time clock has gone close to 20. We're going to have another boundary throw in. Panda.
Lukey.
That one, the game just paused.
Just with your own thoughts there a little bit, Lukey.
Well, you're dragging those words out.
It's that sort of day, Lukey, isn't it?
That's a better throw in.
High as my voice.
Galmore tussling with Leighton Coe. You make me laugh, Lukey. Wide tie two is wrapped up in a tackle. The ball floats inside attacking 50. Laverty got two hands to it. Charlie Ross with a quick snap on goal is not there. And it's through for a minor score. But they are pressing just a little bit here, the Maggies. Everything needs to go perfect for them here. 63 plays 48. It's a 15-point margin to the North Albury Hoppers as we tick up towards the 21-minute mark in this final term for NZ Albury and Mac Jack Sheds.
Dan, what do you got for us, mate, on that stat sheet of yours?
Yeah, I'll go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pillwood. It's more important at the moment. Fremantle by 1 point with a minute 45 to go over Sydney Swans. And in the O&M, it's Myrtleford 34 to Wodonga's 27 and Yarrawonga 78 to Lavington 60.
Okay, Tim Broomhead long out of defence. Calmore. Archie Gardner, O'Keefe. And then O'Keefe goes again. Here's Cody Garner wanting the chalk here. Gets it. Ball out of bounds. Left of our broadcast spot. In the final term, 63 plays 48. Hoppers up.
For Mac Jack Sheds and McRae Motors, Blake Panda Escott and Lukey Francis with you, and it's going to be heaved back into play by the boundary umpires who have earned every stripe in this round 11 game. Cal Moore's the recipient of a free kick, and he's going to pump it as long as he can. He's kicked it every bit of 65 metres as Cal Moore lands at the top of the goal square. And it's rushed over the line, is it? No, it's still in play. In the end, it's rushed over the line for a minor score to the Wangaratta Magpies. 63 plays 50. 6-14-50 to the North Albury Hoppers. 9-9-63. As we tick up towards 22 minutes played for NZ Albury in this final term. Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Yeah, 14-point margin, Panda. Hoppers up. Time is running out for the Maggies. Here's Coe. Off his chest, Cal Moore. Look at this. Oh, latches onto it very wide, though. Out of bounds on the full. Gee, he can thump them, can't he, Bobby?
He's just trying everything, Cal Moore, this quarter. 7 disposals and a goal for him. He's putting together a good last quarter.
We'll go to you, Bobby Jackson, for the Newmarket Hotel.
Cal Moore, you've nailed it, Divac. He's tried his heart out this last quarter to get his side going forward. Barrett's another one. The balls just seem to be locked away in this quarter of the ground here where North Albury are doing what they need to be doing. It's just locking it down, and they train for this sort of stuff, and you can see it standing out here. They're just stoppage after stoppage, locking it down, man on man all across the ground. Tim Broomhead's playing behind the footy, so ticking all the boxes to get the job done here.
Kelmore with another ruck tap. McVeigh sort of soccers it forward. Reynolds was really clean to win a clear possession for North Albury, and boundary line is the friend again for the Hoppers. They just want repeat stoppage after repeat stoppage here. 23 minutes played now for NZ Albury. This would be a massive win for North Albury's top 3 contentions in 2024. And the Magpies still yet to register a win, Lukey, against the top 5 side for Macrae Motors.
Yeah, it's a great stat, Panda. Pull back into play. Look at that from Moore. Trying every party trick in the book. Here's Foster Gardner. Fraser Hollandine goes forward. Laverty down there in a one-on-one. Oh, good fist away from Cullen. Left foot, Smith. Yep. Oh, surely not. Surely not. Could they?
Still 2 more goals.
Could they? Down to you, Bobby, for the Newmarket.
Oh, I just think it's a little bit too much, too late. What have we got, about 3 minutes maybe at the most, maybe 4 minutes. You're looking at a 27, 28-minute quarter. They need to get a wriggle on. They need a good fast centre break here to give. Is Kelmore going deep, or is he still he's playing in the middle? So there's an option for him, and yeah, they need a goal out of this centre break. But front and centre, Jesse Smith. Well, he looked in all sorts of strife there on the bench there probably 5 minutes ago with a neck lower back, high back injury, but he's bounced back and kicked the goal his side needed.
This Cal Moore, I tell you, he has just put the whole team on his back this last quarter now. 8 disposals and a goal for him. He's got a hand in every single play from Wangaratta at the moment.
They've just sent Josh Minogue behind the footy as well, have the Hoppers, just to calm things down a little bit. 63 plays 55 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Jesse Smith, a wonderful snap there, and it's 3 goals to 2 in this final term to the way of the Wangaratta Magpies. And a boundary throw in out in the far side there. So Minogue, you can see him there. He's about 60 from home, right in front of Mick Newton, who's asking the Magpies to push up and man him up.
Full time the SCG. Fremantle Dockers Bowl 1 point over Sydney.
Oh. Wow, that is a wonderful win for Fremantle. The ball's floated to half forward here for the Wang Magpies. Goody's in there. It's been socket off the ground. Broomhead picks it up, hacks it forward for the Hoppers. It's going to float towards the boundary line, and Archer Gardner does see it over the boundary line. Thrown back in, 70 around from their goal. The Hoppers 63, the Magpies 55 at the 25th minute mark for NZ Albury in this final term for Mac Jack Sheds.
And some O&M scores for around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pilbara. Murderford 34 to Wodonga's 27, and Yarrawonga 78 to Lavey 66.
Yeah, and what about that upset? The Sydney Cricket Ground, eh? Here's Reynolds.
Oop.
Oh, just juggling it.
He's thrown it.
Yeah, and that ball's been kicked away, so the Maggie's screaming for a 50.
It's rolled down into the river.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a mile away. We know we have to take a break and come back.
I don't think it had to be 50. There's a few vocals out there.
There's a little.
The downside of this, boys, is everyone is behind the footy in regards to Wang Magpies. For them to get a quick goal out of this, they need to be very creative.
Yeah, they need a miracle here. Here's Ellis. Right foot to the half-forward flank. Big pack of players goes up. Oh, Charlie Naish.
Oh, that's a...
Trying to get it out the front. Here's Norton. And then Ellis got it to McVeigh. In fact, this is Ellis now. And then goes right foot inside 50 here to the club room's end. Off hands. McIntosh. And then Hewitt. Swung around. Calmore. Winter. Gets it up to McIntosh to Winter again. Calmore. Fraser Hollandine off the ground. Laverty. Ross. Porter. Need one here. Fraser Hollandine, left foot. Nah, they're not going to get it, and the Hoppers look home.
Yeah, Goody jams it on the boot, kicks it in the middle of the ground. Here's a one-on-one between Gus Gardner up against 3 Magpies. Norton's been wrapped up in a tackle by Talent, who got him high. And it's a free kick here to to Wangaratta Magpies in their own defensive half, where the North Albury Hoppers want them. Norton plays on, kicks it wide towards the boundary line. Moore makes a contest. Naish, that was Charlie. Kicks it inside attacking 50. Minogue goes back and lends a hand behind the ball. Punches it over the boundary line. We have a stoppage. The North Albury Hoppers lead 9-9-63 over the Magpies 7-13-55 as we tick up towards 27 minutes played for NZ. Luke Francis for Mac Jack Sheds.
Yeah, it's been a real hard, long slog, Panda, between the Maggies and the North Albury Hoppers. Moore again. Nearly tried to jam one out of the ruck. And there goes weaving on a slide towards the bike track there. Dan, what do you got on that 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, well, that man there, you just thought that Callum Walker would have taken it out of the ruck, but he has been unbelievable. He's had 19 disposals and a goal this game.
He'll try and do it again here. Here we go. Grabs it. No, just dropped it. Broomhead. Ross. McVeigh, left foot. Over the back. Oh, has that gone through?
He's kicked it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
I think the Hoppers are saying it's touched.
Oh, what kind of sit?
He's called
it. Now, what's our margin? 2 points.
Hang on.
He's called a goal.
He's called a goal, but the Hoppers are screaming, saying it was touched.
Well, it'll
all clear.
Just wait. Oh, well, the goal umpire will have the call because the field umpire didn't call touched.
So the umpire went like that, so it's all clear.
It's all clear. So we're back to a 2-point margin.
Wowee.
It's North Albury 63, leading the Maggies 61 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Now, we'll wait for our time clock to come back up. Oh, my goodness.
The scoreboard's out of action. It's died.
It's all happening.
Now we're going 28-19, 28-20 now.
There could only be seconds left, I reckon. There wouldn't be a minute, I don't think.
2-point lead here to the North Albury Hoppers. Blake Escott.
Oh, they're inside the square. Inside the square.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
So a free kick here to the Magpies out of the middle. Calmore, his kick was smothered. All of a sudden it's a 2-point ball game. Desperate moments here for the Hoppers. It's picked up and heaved forward by McIntosh. The only one home there is Keith Talent up against the debutant. It's Montgomery. Talent wins it for the Hoppers. Tries to find a hand pass. Stoppage.
That's the
and
best
half forward for North Albury.
Best possible result there for the ball was not to go out and Keith Talent just to hold the ball in there, cheat up valuable seconds there, valuable seconds.
63 plays 61, 29 minutes played for NZ Albury. It's hacked forward by the Wangaratta Magpies, almost marked. Here's Hollandine who kicks it off the ground, floats 20 metres valuably for the Wang Magpies. Broomhead's got the ball for the Hoppers, keeps it in, drops the ball. Is he caught holding the ball? He is. It's a free kick here to the Maggies. They play on straight away. They go inside attacking 50 through Laverty. Grossman's down there, not able to mark. Out the back.
Oh no! You're kidding!
Smith has won the game.
Oh my God!
Jesse Smith won the game for the Wangaratta Magpies. Extraordinary scenes here at the Normans Oval. They've come from nowhere.
I don't believe
Smith has socketed off the ground and the Magpies are in front. 67 plays 63 for Wodonga Border Carpets.
We're all stunned. Oh, I can't believe this.
You are kidding me.
This is unbelievable.
Never seen anything like this. This is the greatest comeback of season 2024
4 goals
by
in 12,
Wangaratta.
4 goals
Unbelievable.
In 12 minutes. 4 goals in 12 minutes.
Okay, so 67 plays 63. The Maggies are up. They've pinched the lead here. They're in front. Now we're gone over 30, final term. Here go the Hoppers. Cullen on the boot to the outer side. Oh, I just can't believe what we've just seen. Smith has kicked a goal here to the club room's end. Ball heading towards centre wing, out of bounds on the outer side. Oh, wow. This is just quite amazing what we've just seen, Dan.
I can't believe it. Yeah, honestly, I'm in shock. That is...
I'm in shock too.
It's the best comeback of the year.
So when Josh Minot goaled at the 13th minute mark, the Hoppers led by 22 points. Now they trail by 4. 67 plays 63. The Magpies have come from nowhere. They've come from the clouds.
About a minute, boys, I reckon. Max.
31 minutes played for NZ Albury. 4th term for Mac Jack Sheds. Here's Ross trying to find some ground here for the Magpies. Ball still camped on centre wing. We have a stoppage, it looks like. And we're going to have it balled up. Out on the far side. 67 plays 63. Magpies by 4. If you've just joined us, Smith has kicked 2 last quarter goals.
It'd be a stunning win. It'd be just absolutely something else from the Wangaratta Magpies. Ball tumbling towards centre half forward here for the Hoppers. Let's have a look down there. It's tied up at the bottom. Grossman fighting away for it. Oh, and
we said the game was over.
Yep.
We called it home.
We also said that the Maggies needed a miracle at one stage, and somehow they got it. It's crazy. They lead by 4 points, 67 to 63. And now look at the players around the ball. What's going to happen here? Holding it.
Oh, my God.
Which way is it going to go? It's going to go to King. The Hoppers with one final chance here. They thump it forward. They need a mark down there. Who is it going to be? Oh, Talent over the back. In front, Fraser Hollandine. Look at the numbers around the pill. Is it rushed across the line from behind, or did it come off a boot?
Rushed.
Oh, it's rushed. Oh, it's back to 2 points. Was it 3 points? Oh, it's too much.
Need a mushroom.
67 plays 64.
It's 3.
Magpies lead on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. We said the Hoppers were home when Minot Gold. They've kicked 4 goals in 12 minutes, the Magpies. Extraordinary scenes here at the Normins Oval. And Juice Newton has taken such an important mark for the Wang Magpies at half-back, who can chew time off the clock. He retreats back 20 metres. Here's Charlie Naish. I don't think the Magpies have been in front all day. They've been in front only in the first term. They're taking time off the clock, Lukey Francis. They lead 67-64. 33 minutes played for Mac Jack Sheds.
And long goes Tilly. Out of defence here. Big pack goes up. Ball comes out the front. Charlie Naish takes it. Ball's gone across the chalk. So right as centre wing on the far side. A 3-point lead here to the Maggies. 67-64. It would be one of the most incredible wins here at Normins. One of the great victories of all time on their home turf. Here's Goody getting it out. There's Ramage going in. Hacked out of the contest. Reynolds tried to go for it. Grossman. And they've done it. It's quite incredible. We're all stunned and shocked here at Normins. The Maggies get home in one of the great wins in their club's history. 9-13-67 to the North Albury Hoppers. 9-10-64. Incredible.
Incredible scenes here at the Normins Oval. Despair for North Albury. Jubilation for the Wangaratta Magpies, who trailed by 22 points at the 13th minute mark of the final term when Josh Minot Gold, he put them 22 points in front, the Hoppers. The score was 41-63. Cal Moore Gold at the 17th minute mark brought the margin back to 16. Jesse Smith Gold at the 23-minute mark to bring it back to 8. McVeigh Gold in a controversial one brought the margin back to 2 points. And then Jesse Smith at the 30th minute mark has won the game for Wangaratta with a soccer goal off the ground by 4 points. 67 plays 64. What a game on 1494 2AY's O&M Live, Lukey Francis.
Oh, Peter, in absolute shock. Cannot believe it. What a finish we've witnessed here at Normins on a Saturday afternoon on O&M Live. Quite incredible. And Bobby Jackson and also Dan Vaccaro are down there on ground level. I'm not sure who they're going to pick out as their player of the day. That will be so interesting. But that would be a heartbreaking loss for the Hoppers, to say the least. We all thought they were home safely. And somehow, some way, the Maggies have just pulled something out of the bag.
Right, boys.
All right, who we got?
Right, Bobby.
I've got the bloke who had a monster of a last quarter. Renowned for his forward 50 work, but turned ruckman midfielder. I don't know what you were in the last quarter, mate. You did everything you possibly could. Dan Vaccaro thought you just threw the club on your back that last quarter, mate. 10 touches and a goal. What the hell happened just then?
Oh, look, I wasn't getting a touchdown forward, so I need to get myself up into the midfield. So any chance I can get that and help the boys. It was good. It wasn't just myself. It was the forward pressure. The backs were pushing up. We had a task to do in the last quarter. The 3 quarters probably didn't really showcase our ability. We've had bloody good days all year, so it was a bit of a challenge in the wet. But credit to Broomy and the boys, mate. They're a super side, and they're going to go deep into finals. But yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
But for 3 quarters, it looked like you were carrying that. We'll walk with the boys. It looked like for the 3 quarters we carried the 6-day break on your shoulders. You look like you lacked a bit of energy, but that last quarter you found something when you needed it.
Yeah, look, the 6-day breaks are always the hardest. But me, it's just maintenance all week, and you know when the game comes onto the line like that, yeah, they're the games you want to be a part of.
Mate, the midfield, Barrett and Dane Porter, all day, fantastic at the coalface. No, they did the hard yards, and it came to fruition in the last quarter.
Yeah, no, that was super. We had a task, like I said, it wasn't pretty, but I'm just really super proud of the boys' efforts today, and it was really good to get the chocolates.
Well done, Maury. Good stuff, mate. Well done.
I'm just getting shake of the head from Dan Sharrock. He can't believe what we've just seen as well here on O&M Live. I don't think we all can. So if you've just flicked it on and you've just joined us, the Wangaratta Magpies trailed by 22 points at the 13th minute mark when Josh Minot kicked his 4th goal. In the last quarter, they kicked 4 goals in 13 minutes to steal one of the most remarkable wins by 4 points over the North Albury Hoppers, who the supporters are in front of us, just can't believe it. And Cal Moore is our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. How about that, Lukey Francis?
Yeah, speechless is never a good way to be on radio, Peter, but that's the way I feel now. I just can't believe what we just saw. Everyone here, it's almost like an eerie silence about what just happened at Norm Men's. What a win from the Magpies. They have just produced something special, spectacular, and have got up and taken the game.
I'm getting a few
Crazy.
text messages from some North Aubrey supporters saying that I've cursed them when I said Josh Minot kicked a goal and they were home.
Well,
they
we
looked
thought,
home.
Yeah, they were home.
They looked home,
were
but the
home.
Magpies had other ideas. Some sort of win for the Wangaratta Magpies. 4-point victors. We're going to go into the rooms and we'll hear them sing this song loud and proud. Listen to the scenes in the Maggies room. They've finally beaten the top 5 side this year and they've pinched victories from the jaws of defeat. So we're following Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel into the Maggies room. We might lose reception. Hopefully we don't. They'll sing this one. Cheer, cheer, the black and the white, loud and proud. Here we go. And we might have just lost Bobby Jackson. We'll get him to film that song, and we're going to go to a break here on 2AY's O&M Live. Post-game show. No, we'll stay here. We'll cut it, hey?
Yeah.
Let's go to a break. Post-game show for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro on the other side of this. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Cavalier Home.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
price until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.